What up, what up, what up? Welcome back to your favorite podcast known as the Jam and Nacho Show. You're here rocking with your boys Jam T and Nacho Cheese. Nacho, say what's up to the peoples.
Listeners, and viewers. What's going on? It's
Yes,
February 7th. It's already in February,
it
man.
is
What's been
38,
going on?
38 days in the ghetto earth.
Get away.
It's been,
We're all in a, we're
it's
all in a simulation.
we are. It's just what we have to deal with now. But as long as we're focusing on ourselves and doing what we need to do, I'm cool with it. I know you were talking about last episode. You're trying to hit the gym harder. How's that been going?
It's been good. I've been
Good.
trying to focus on my body this year.
Me
Last year
too.
was really focused on the mind.
Mm-hmm.
Still keep up with the mind, but now the body itself. Uh, trying to get just trying to shed some of this extra weight I have on there, slim
Same
down,
here.
add a little muscle, not trying to get all crazy. I've been looking at some of the people that we know,
Oh,
like
they.
Jordan, man, dude.
Hey, shout out to him,
I'm
man.
like,
Shout out to Trip
God
Fit.
dang,
Yeah,
dude,
they
that
stay
dude
in the
is
gym. Him and Brandon, they stay in the gym.
both of them, both of
Mm-hmm.
them.
I seen him today when I was at the gym. I see him every time I go
Yeah,
to the gym because right now I've been hitting it fucking hard. I've actually clocked in 7 workouts in a row. I'm down 10
damn,
pounds.
see,
Yeah, man.
you got to give yourself some rest time, dude.
No, I'm definitely getting some good rest, man. I'm getting some really good rest, so I'm happy about that. My recovery's good. Like I wake up energized, and when I go to do my workouts, I'm like I have energy to do it, and I knock that shit out. Like I said, I'm 10 pounds. I've been doing apple cider vinegar every other day, so it's apple cider vinegar, a tablespoon, um, black pepper, turmeric, and lime or lemon
Right.
juice and
Lemon
a
juice. Yep.
in 8 to 10 ounces of water, and I just down that shit. That's the first thing I drink in the morning before I have coffee. And
Nice.
so I'll
That's
drink
actually
that.
what
Yeah.
I'm sipping on right now.
Mm-hmm.
I've been adding apple cider vinegar to do it. I could
Yep.
do that shit
Yeah,
strong,
it's
man.
strong as fuck. So
Strong, but I know it's good for
I
you.
told Erica, I was like, yeah, I'm down 10. She goes, you motherfucker, don't say shit. I was like, sorry, I wasn't saying to be an asshole. I was just like, I'm just down 10. She was like, you and that fucking apple cider vinegar. So I went to work. And then I came home. She goes, that apple cider vinegar tore my stomach up. I was like, how much did you do? She was like, I did a shot glass. I was like, that's way too much.
That's about what I put in mine, but I mix it with I do lemon juice, orange juice, pineapple juice, and then turmeric, ginger, and black pepper.
Okay.
So
See,
I have all that
I only
stuff
do
in there.
a big tablespoon, and then I do the rest, all the other stuff. I powder all that stuff in and just back it. And then,
Dude, I'm
yeah.
trying to take what's his name's taking. That
Who?
Kennedy dude? Uh the Trump's Ken is
Oh,
isn't
Robert
his
Kennedy?
name Kennedy?
Robert
Yeah,
Kennedy? Yeah,
he be
what's he?
taking that blue shit that's like dye that's supposed to be killing. It's a synthetic. I don't know. I just saw him on the plane. He
But
was taking it. It was as dark as this. I know it was
dark
synthetic.
as our
It's probably
colors.
bad for you, but that motherfucker shit. It's dye.
As
I was
he
reading about it.
as he wants to get rid of yellow number 5 or whatever and all those other ones, but yet
I
he's
forgot what
taking
it's
that shit.
for. They were. I was looking it up. I don't know if that's what it was. It could have
Oh,
been.
a meal or
Um,
something.
It could have been blue lotus leaves, which is
Okay.
purplish blue color. So it
Okay.
was that color.
Okay.
But then a lot of people were saying it was this, which was like myo something. I forgot what it was. But
Hmm.
I looked it up, and I guess it's a cancer killer, like
Oh.
kind of like how turmeric works.
Yeah, yeah.
But I
Like
read it was
inflammation and shit
synthetic,
like
so
that.
I was like, I'm not messing with anything that's fake.
Yeah, nah, I
Like
need
fuck
shit
all that
from the
shit.
earth. Need shit from the earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit. Hell yeah, that's good though, Notch. Yeah, we're getting up in that age. I know we're 21 according to Mars, but our bodies don't feel like
Dude,
that.
I don't even think we're 20. We can't even drink, which is good. I'm good.
It's good. I'm good. I'm good. I don't need all
Tell
that.
Erica just to mix it with something.
Oh, that's what I told her. She was like, "What? I was supposed to do a tablespoon?" I'm like, yes, only a tablespoon, and put that bitch with a
I take
ton of
about a,
water.
I take about a shot,
Mm,
maybe a half a shot, not a full shot,
okay.
but I take a half a shot. But I mix it with everything. I need
Yes.
that
Yeah.
anti-inflammatories with the pineapple
Hmm.
juice. I need the vitamin C,
Yep.
and then turmeric. Man,
Hmm.
as much as crazy it is,
Hmm.
turmeric is like
Turmeric's
probably the
good.
best thing for you.
Turmeric's the best thing. It helps with inflammation. Like it just, it's a good thing. It lowers your A1C. It just, it's good things. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I'm on, man. Like, just
we need to be sponsored by turmeric.
yeah, like what's a good turmeric brand? Nature Valley. So yeah,
Those are pills.
yeah. So before we get into the episode, we got to make a big shout out to Mr. Mike Kingston, a fellow CO resident who runs Arena of Ideas podcast. And you guys can listen to that on any podcast platform. You can watch it on YouTube. And what I like about his podcast, he talks about a lot of things Notch and I and Trizzy talk about, whether it's like pyramids, different type of conspiracies, um, different ancient beings and landmarks and just so much shit that we talk about. And he dives in, like he devotes the whole episodes and he has the whole transcripts of everything on scientific background, dates, just the histories of everything. So he gets in depth on it. So whenever you guys get a chance, the podcast is called Arena of Ideas. It's by Mike Kingston. Shout out to
He's
Mike.
local.
Yes, he's
He's
local.
local.
He's a CO
Hmm.
representative, resident. Shout out to Mike Kingston and Arena of Ideas. So please, guys, if you guys love the X-Files shit, the No More Lies type shit that we talk about a lot, please go check out his podcast because just like you, the truth is out there. We always like to question answers and answer questions. So that's it for him. So please check him out. And also, before
Listen,
anything, I was going
well,
to say,
T, real
Notch, go
quick,
ahead. Go ahead.
listeners, just because we came, or it just ended with the trade deadline with the NBA, and because he does a lot of those conspiracy theories and stuff like that, we are officially trading Trey to go. No, I'm just joking.
The Nacho and Gemma Nacho delegate choose Trey to go to the flat earthers.
Oh man, just kidding.
Just kidding. Trey's not going nowhere. He's still part of the team. But those of you, welcome back to the episode. It's episode 33. We are here. There's not an episode that went somewhere in the blogosphere, wherever it is. This is episode 33 for you listeners. So if you guys are listening to our handsome voices on any audio podcast, please make sure you guys subscribe to those podcasts, leave a comment, or actually leave a solid review within the show. And 5 stars is always recommended. Just know, say it off from the top of the dome, say it from the chest, unloosen the bra, and just make sure you guys just say it from the heart because it means the world to us. Like, the more you guys give us feedback and share and listen, it helps us grow because what we do here, it's all free to you guys, but it takes time from us, editing, things of that nature, just to give you guys content. And the more and more you guys give, the more and more you will receive from us. And make sure you guys go to YouTube to watch our handsome faces. And there's a lot of good things on there. The shorts are popping up. We're getting a lot of comments from a lot of people. I have no idea, Notch, which is good because we're getting a more of a community of people watching and, taking into account of our stuff, whether they love it or they hate it. But at least it's engaging. So thank you for you guys listening and watching us on YouTube because you like to see our expressions and stuff and what we're rocking. And of course, what we're rocking, I know this is an outdated, cool one, but there are some new cool sweatshirts and t-shirts up on the Cool Attire website.
Oh, I'm not wearing mine. Hold
Yeah,
on.
oh, Nazi's got to
I'm wearing a
change.
Salt Life. I got a shirt on, so we'll take that off real quick. It's hot anyway. Damn place gets too hot.
I know. I was like, I'm just gonna put a long sleeve on and just be chill.
Nope, too hot. Let's throw on a. Dude, this one's even older. This
Yep.
one's the random
That's the
cool.
random cool. That was the OG. That was the OG of this channel and this podcast here. So guys,
But I was trying to get sponsored by Salt Life. Salt Life, if you're listening out there in Florida, we love you.
Salt
All
Life, see,
for it.
we're representing the
Like,
colors. Representing the colors. So if you guys love what we do, make sure you guys subscribe to the things that we have. Comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you guys are up when we are posting. Make sure you guys check out the Cool Hub. No More Lies. We're still talking about that, working on some things with it. Notch, I did post the first episode on It's Just a Nightmare.
Oh Jesus!
Yes, and the
Now we get to
first
go into TJ's
yes,
crazy mind.
you get to dive into my mind of my writings. So yes, um, it's Just a Nightmare podcast. I will have that link in the description. That is the link for Spotify, and it's going to be the link for YouTube as well for you to listen. And on YouTube, it's actually just a visual, but you hear my voice telling the stories that I've curated and created for you guys. You guys can listen to it before you go to bed or in the evenings, and just to dive into those stories that I've been typing up. So, yeah. Um, Anything else, Notch?
I think you nailed it. Just make sure that you're sharing as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the biggest thing is if you like the podcast or you just hear something, you might think somebody else likes it, your grandma, your dog,
Yeah.
somebody in Florida. I don't know. Just share it. We're just
Just
trying to
share
get
it.
worldwide.
Just share it.
We're
Mm-hmm.
a few places here and there, but we're just trying to expand. We're trying to get all the
Yes.
Baltics. We need to get all the
We,
Baltics.
I need my map out.
Map out.
So, Notch, you got some questions for me
I do, bro.
before
Let
we
me
get
grab it
into
real quick.
our regular programming. There are some new segments that Notch and I have been talking about. So yeah, you're gonna hear them.
T, before we do this, I just want to ask you a question. I want the listeners to
Okay.
also
Okay.
answer this. Would the listeners and would you be offended if we did that back and forth joke thing? I think I would. It'd be funny if we wrote each other's jokes
That'd be
and we
tight.
made it as long as there's a just a, there's a limit. But and
It's
by that, listeners,
it's
if you
not
haven't
when
seen,
Dave Chappelle wrote the skit for Mikey Day where they went to Black Heaven.
yeah, like something similar like that, where
Okay,
we told each other jokes. Like
I'm
if I
cool.
gave you a joke, for example, which I've already told you this, but I thought it'd be funny. It was like, um, why can't why can't England play chess right now?
Okay, okay.
Because they
Why?
don't have a queen,
Oh shit. Well,
right? Stuff like that,
why
like a
can't
little like over the edge, like
why can't you use the bathroom at a Beatles concert?
oh.
There's no John. Stuff like that.
I saw this. It was just so funny because we're talking about like morbid stuff like that. But I saw this little kid. Um, he's from what is it called? Mythical Morning. It was one of their kids' sons.
Okay.
They had him on there, and
Uh huh.
they were asking the kid. They were like, "Hey, if you could talk to any president like Abraham Lincoln, what would you ask him or what would you do?"
Hmm.
The kid, straight faced, just looked at his dad and said, "I'd ask him if he wants to go to a play with me." I was like,
Jesus, Jesus, it's horrible.
well, give me a second. But if you guys would like to do that, I think that'd be
That
great.
would be
I'm gonna
hilarious.
send this to myself, so give me one second.
Okay, that's okay. Yeah, that's a good segment. I like that. That would be funny as hell.
I thought I sent it to my other phone, but I didn't, so
Because I was going to say, if Russia attacked Rome from behind, do you think Greece would help?
wait, what?
If Russia attacked Rome from behind, do you think Greece would help?
Damn you two.
I got some. You know what's funny?
But I wanted it to be a little bit more on edge,
Oh,
kind
I
of
got
similar to
some
what's his
more.
name, Michael
Yes.
Che, and what's his name, how they do that type of thing. I thought that would be pretty funny if we did that.
Okay.
So I
Yeah.
think next episode, if you're down, if you don't think the listeners would be too offended,
I don't think
I say
so.
we write some of those because I
I'm
think it'd be
down.
funny.
I got
We
some in
don't know what
mind.
we're gonna say to each other. We have to say it no matter what. So we can't chicken out. We can't bitch out. So I'd be down.
I'm
See, but I
fucking
just had
down.
a quick thing for with you real quick.
Okay.
I just wanted to know this or that for you, and we just see
Okay.
what comes out at the end for your top when it
Okay.
comes to food,
Okay.
and this and that when it comes to music. So to
Okay.
be real quick off the top of your head,
Cool.
this or that, Ian's Pizza or Sunset Hamburgers.
I've never had Sunset.
You never had
Oh,
Sunset?
Sunset.
The
Sunset. I was, yeah,
the
sorry.
sloppers.
Sorry, my bad. Sunset.
Ian's Pizza or sloppers?
Sunset.
Sunset.
Yeah.
Sunset or street tacos?
Street tacos.
Street tacos or honey glazed salmon?
Street tacos.
Street tacos or turkey leg?
Turkey leg.
Turkey leg or a stack of pancakes?
Turkey leg.
Turkey leg or Gouda salad?
Turkey leg.
Turkey leg or enchiladas?
Turkey leg.
Throwing it back. Turkey leg or red fusion?
Red
Must be
fusion.
something that red fusion. Red fusion or
Red,
gummy lifesavers?
red fusion.
Red fusion or barbecue turkey quesadilla?
It'd have to be the barbecue quesadilla bringing it back.
Barbecue quesadilla or watermelon with tahini?
Barbecue quesadilla.
Quesadilla or gator? Or deep fried gator?
It'd have to be gator.
Gator or shrimp scampi?
Gator.
Gator or cherry limeade?
Gator.
Gator or Doritos?
Gator.
Gator or chili cheese fries?
Gator.
Gator or banana split?
Gator.
And I threw this one at the end for you. Gator or Irish nachos?
Irish nachos. Because if I go to my spot in Vegas,
That's what I figured.
yeah. Irish
So I
nachos
figured
all
I should have
day.
put Irish nachos a little bit there to see how far Irish
Shit.
nachos. I was like, he's either going to run with turkey leg or Irish nachos pretty far.
Dang. That was a good one. Mm.
All right,
I'll
T.
have to get one
The
for you next time.
next one's very quick. It's music.
Okay.
This is all different bands, all different artists from
Okay.
all over the place.
Okay.
Ready? Linkin Park or Coheed and Cambria?
Coheed and Cambria.
Coheed or Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Red Hot or Green Day?
Red Hot.
Red Hot or Blink
Red Hot.
182?
Red Hot.
Red Hot or 112?
Ooh, 112.
112 or Jagged Edge?
112.
112 or P Diddy?
112.
112 or Mace?
112.
112 or Biggie?
I mean, they kind of go hand in Biggie.
Biggie or Wu-Tang Clan?
Biggie.
Biggie or Meg the Stallion?
Biggie.
Biggie or Iggy
Biggie.
Azalea? Biggie or Prince?
Biggie.
Ooh. Biggie or Macy Gray?
Biggie.
Biggie or Lauryn Hill?
Biggie, because Lauryn Hill only had that one
Wow.
album. Mm-hmm.
Which is probably one of the greatest albums
Yeah,
ever
yeah.
created. Biggie or Cypress Hill?
Biggie.
Biggie or Bone Thugs?
Biggie.
Biggie or Outkast?
Outkast.
Outkast or Tupac?
Outkast.
Outkast or Eminem?
Outkast.
Outkast or Jay-Z?
Ooh. Jay.
Jay-Z?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Jay-Z or Beyonce?
Jay.
Jay-Z or Michael Jackson?
Mike.
Mike or Eric Clapton?
Mike.
Michael Jackson or the Beatles?
Mike.
Mike over Elvis?
Mike.
Boy George?
Mike.
Drake?
Mike.
Kendrick Lamar?
Mike.
Elton John?
Mike.
Yeah, Elton John.
Mm-hmm.
Phil Collins?
Mike.
We're going to throw this one, last
Okay.
one for you, T. Michael Jackson or Pharrell?
It's Pharrell. Yes, it has to be Pharrell. Has to be.
Figured it'd be Pharrell.
Has to be.
So I put him at last because I knew he would tear up that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Jay-Z that far?
Yeah, that was because like
Jay-Z be at them Diddy parties. Turn him in.
I love Outkast discography, but like Jay-Z when I was growing up, I listened to Nas more than Jay, which is crazy. And then
Did I
like
not put Nas in there? I did put Nas.
did you put Nas?
Yeah.
With oh shit, I don't even know.
I don't know who you had while I was doing Nas, but it was a quick one. see. Oh, I didn't put Nas.
Okay,
Oh
okay.
no, we talked about Nas
We
the
did
last
okay.
episode. Yeah.
So I fuck with Nas a lot when I was younger. And then like college is when I like transitioned to listening to more Jay. And then it just
Yeah.
progressively continued to listen to him. And then I found myself going back over the discography. I'm like, yeah, man, Jay had these bars that you could use every day in life. Like, yeah. So yeah, Jay's there. Jay was there for me. Hmm.
Nice.
Yep. So I
So
got
Irish
one.
nachos and Pharrell.
Yep. All the way. Give me some Irish nachos, play fronting in the background, and just let me kip. Just let me kip. So I got a new segment for Notch and the listeners out there. It's called Real or Fake News. This is where I'm going to give all of you guys a headline, and you're going to tell me if it's real or fake news. Okay?
Okay.
So I have five. I have five. All right. The first one for real or fake news. NASA's putting internet on the moon. Real or fake?
NASA?
Yep. NASA is putting internet on the moon.
Like, what do we mean by internet?
So, like,
They're gonna put down cable, and then we'll have signal
yep,
with a router and on the moon, so people
that's
that land there will have Wi-Fi.
that's the headline.
I'm
Real or
gonna
fake?
say I'm gonna say it's real, not the way that we're thinking like, oh, we'll go there and we could like. I
Mm-hmm.
bet you they're putting something there to where it'll help their equipment,
Okay.
and I know they want to land people there in the next couple of years,
Okay.
which will help the equipment and them. So I'm gonna say real.
It is real. They are
Yeah,
actually putting towers and tethers up there so that way it enhances for their machinery and everything. And when they start
it's
doing manned
yeah,
uh, tourist attractions.
that
Mm-hmm.
makes sense.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So listeners, that was real.
That's weird. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's weird though if you explain it and you're just like, hey, the NASA's putting internet on the moon.
Mm-hmm. Like we gonna
Most
have
people would be like,
Wi-Fi?
yeah, that's fake. But ooh, I got five. Yeah,
I
I
got
got 5 bars up
5G
here.
up here. The
You'd be like
workers,
putting your phone out there
right?
trying to get up to where the hell's the damn moon?
The workers ain't gonna be doing shit but doing Instagram on the moon. There's
I know. What's he doing?
so the next one.
Swipe, swipe.
Chocolate leaked out on the streets in Germany.
I think that's. I don't know if it was Germany though. Are you trying to trick me with where it was at? Because I know that happened.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think it was in Germany.
It did happen. It was
In
not in.
Germany?
It was not in Germany.
See,
Actually, it wasn't. It happened in Germany and it happened in another place.
I knew it
All
happened.
all the
I
streets
didn't hear about
filled.
Germany. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. All the streets filled with
because
chocolate.
I know there was the chocolate incident. I know wine has happened, beer
Mm-hmm.
has happened,
Yep.
all that stuff.
Yep. People were out there with fucking buckets scooping up chocolate.
The walls taste like schnozberries.
Just, mm,
They're in
mm.
the like, no, 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 Bob. That's the bathroom wall. Don't. That's not chocolate.
Oh, don't go. That's the
Don't
sewer.
do that.
That's don't no. That's
I
nasty.
know.
So
I
yep.
wouldn't scoop anything up if it's spilt on the ground. Hell no.
Okay. So this one, universities are not going to use capital letters due to people are getting offended. Real or fake news?
I hope this is fake because it's probably real because I could see this happening. I hope it's fake.
What do you think?
I'm gonna say fake just
It
for the sake of
it
humanity.
is it is fake, but there is some kind of truth to it. Apparently, one university zeroed in and did a study. Remember when Kanye was typing in all capital letters?
Hmm.
And people view that as someone's yelling at
Anger,
someone. Yeah.
because that's what it
So,
is.
yeah.
And
So
in the text world,
yes,
sorry, my dog is licking himself.
no, you
Timber,
good, you good. Yeah. So
stop.
a
People don't want to
university
hear you licking.
was wanting to get rid of capital letters because it was portraying anger or a loud noise when someone
Yeah.
reads it. Yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
mean, when you write, if even before text on the phone, when you look at books, when somebody was screaming, or comic books or
Mm-hmm.
anything, it was
Yep.
all in caps and
Yep.
bold, and
Yep.
yeah,
Like
that all
pow.
means something. Bold, italic, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Man slaps spouse with a fish and is charged with assault. Real or
I'm
fake
gonna say this
news?
is real because it probably has happened, and people, yeah, I'm gonna say that one's real,
This
and
is
I bet you
real.
there's probably a billion cases of that.
This one actually happened here in Pueblo West, Colorado.
The fuck?
A
What
dude,
fish?
this happened two
I caught
years
this damn
ago.
bluegill. Yeet.
He was arguing with his wife and he got into his fish tank, fucking smacked her, got charged with assault. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
With his
Should have got
fish.
charged with animal cruelty
It's a
too.
it's an
Damn.
inside joke at work. We always whenever somebody's out, I'm like, shut up before I slap you with my fish. Like
Jesus.
it's an inside joke at work. So yeah, that is real news. That's real news. Okay. The last one, listeners and Nacho. Girlfriend kills boyfriend after finding out he's receiving $30 million in inheritance. Real or fake news?
I'm gonna say real.
Okay? It's
Or did
real.
you switch up the numbers? Yeah,
Nope.
it's
This is
I've
real.
seen multiple cases of that.
Mm-hmm.
It's bad when we
Yes.
like see.
Yeah, we
Oh
know.
yeah,
We
I've heard
project it.
about
Yeah,
that. I've
yeah.
seen this case. I've seen that. Like
But,
what?
but here's the kicker with that story. That
She
story
wasn't on
did
the.
happen. It wasn't his. I don't think I said wife. I said boyfriend. She killed him, and even if he died, she wouldn't get it because
Yeah,
it
she probably
wasn't
wasn't on
common,
his will.
nothing
Yeah,
like that. But also,
yeah.
he got scammed by someone thinking he was getting 30 million in inheritance, so it was actually fake money that he was not receiving.
Oh damn.
So the girlfriend killed him for
Killed him for
nothing.
no reason.
Yep.
Damn.
Yep.
That sucks. I'd be
Joke's on
pissed.
you. No one's getting money.
I'd be haunting that bitch with the damn fish.
The crazier thing too, she
Ghost fish.
she
She'd be
actually
sleeping. She'd be like,
she actually took
smack him in my
to
face.
his Facebook and was like, "Oh, such and such, he took his own life because of da da da." Who the hell's going to take
Oh
their life
god.
after receiving $30 million? I know my
Right.
ass wouldn't do that. And she was like, "Yeah, he was dealing with a lot of things, took his own life, and da da da." And then apparently they found arsenic after they did the autopsy in his body.
Damn.
She poisoned him.
Dude, some days, especially on YouTube, I don't know why. I don't know if it's like, because I know you do it, I know my sister does it, I know my
Okay.
brothers do it and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that, but like, we're just attracted to like seeing things, and I watch a lot of police. It's called like Midwest Police something,
Okay.
and where they show police cameras,
Oh,
and
I
I'll
watch
be seeing
live
like
PD all
this
the
and
time.
that,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and stuff like that.
Yep.
Today, dude, I saw a sad one.
Oh.
This family, this little girl had just turned 5, and they got a call because the mom, the dad, the brother, and the daughter
Mm-hmm.
were staying in this house. They didn't have heat, so they
Okay.
were burning wood in the bathroom to stay warm, and the guy that was letting them stay in their house, or
Mm-hmm.
his like little house, they were all druggies. You could tell they did drugs.
Okay.
But he knocked on the door and he saw that they were unconscious.
Mm-hmm.
So the police showed up, and the little boy was in the chair, and he's like, "Can't feel my feet. I can't feel my legs." The
Oh.
mom and the dad were on the ground. They were like, "We feel weird. We didn't take anything. We can't stand up." And they're like, "Get up." Well, the little girl, she was dead, and they were
Oh.
laying on top of her because they couldn't move.
Oh
And
shit.
they finally pulled the parents off, and the cops, the police officer that pulled the girl out,
Mm-hmm.
I felt so bad for him because she was in rigor mortis, like her body was kind of
Mm-hmm.
twitching, but she had been dead. He felt a twitch, so he thought she was alive. So he gave the little girl, what is it
CPR,
called?
mouth to mouth.
No,
Oh,
that
Narcan.
Narcan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he gave her that because he thought she overdosed. And
Oh.
then another officer was like, give her more, and he's giving him CPR. and then he ran her to the EMTs.
Uh-huh.
And the EMTs like he went to check like 2 minutes later, and they were like, "No, dude, she's stiff as a board. Like she's gone." So I felt bad,
Mm.
dude. Come to find out, it was carbon monoxide. They were
Fuck.
blaming them on drugs and
And
stuff like that,
oh, and it was
but they were
carbon
burning coal.
monoxide.
Yeah, they all. I guess when you get carbon monoxide poisoning, your body goes limp. You can't feel your muscles, all that
Mm.
stuff. So that's why none of them could stand up. The little boy's like, I can't feel my legs.
Shit.
And the cops were
Yeah.
like, what did you? They were like grilling him. They were
What'd you
like beating the
take?
shit out. Yeah, they were like slapping him and stuff. I was like,
Damn.
damn, dude, this
See,
sucks.
yeah, that there's crazy shit. I watch Live PD and there's crazy shit.
Hmm.
And then I watch recaps of like 911 and The Rookie and stuff like that. So I watch
Yeah.
recaps and they take like little snippets of stuff. And there was one that I was watching. This woman, she was like, her eyes were fucking inflamed and crazy shit. And her husband was like, her eyes are always inflamed. She's always putting her contacts in. And she's like, oh, yeah, I always fall asleep with my contacts, but they fall on the floor. So she's
Oh
sitting
no.
there and they're like, well, let's look at your eyes to see why they're so red. And they get a Q-tip and they pull one out and they pull more and more and more.
Yeah.
They were clogged up in here. I think they
Ugh.
took out 20 out of her eye. I was like, oh. Then they had
Yeah.
one guy, he was driving next to a utility truck and they
No.
both stopped and rebar went through the
Yep.
fucking car like it was some Final Destination shit. And he's like sitting there and he's like, I don't have any pain, but I can't move for some reason. So ambulance
And
get there. No, the rebar went through the back of his head and went out the fucking out of his forehead. So
oh
apparently
Jesus,
it hit some nerve endings to where he
couldn't feel it.
didn't feel it. And they had to cut the rebar and position his head to take him. He actually survived though. It was
Damn.
fucking nuts. I was like,
Yeah, it's
oh
crazy
my
when stuff gets
god.
impaled, and the biggest thing is they're like, don't take it out, keep it
Mm-hmm.
in.
Keep it in. Mm-hmm.
I remember I was working at Walmart, and we had this. I think they were selling trampolines, and is I was like, yeah, I'll go grab. I don't know if you remember Dan. He's a pharmacist now here in Pueblo.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He,
I see him
yeah. So
from
Dan,
time to time.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, Dan, come help me. I think it was a trampoline. It was a huge, long
Okay.
box and stuff. And he's like, okay. And Dan went to school for medical and became a pharmacist and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. And if I get cut, I'm just like, oh, I'm bleeding. It is what it
Yeah.
is. So we're carrying this box, and it was wrapped with wire, like
Okay.
metal wire. And one of the metal wires was sharp. And Dan went to go pick it up or to drop it, and his thumb went straight through his thumb,
Ooh.
like through the nail, through the, like, I don't know how it went through his finger. And
Oh.
he looked at it and he pulled it out and he stuck his finger in his mouth. And I was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "The bacteria in your mouth will help keep it to where you're not." I didn't know that, so he was like putting his thumb in there. While I took him to HR, and I was like, "Dude, you got to
What?
go to the hospital." All this stuff. I didn't know that. Like, I was just like, "Why are you
I
sucking up your blood?"
thought you couldn't. I mean, bacteria and shit. Like, ooh.
I
Because
don't know.
so as you said that, there's this
Maybe he was
lady.
sucking it out. I don't know, but like
Okay.
the
Like, oh, maybe
shit.
like tetanus or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Because there
All I
was
remember is
this
he put it in his mouth, and I was just like, "Bro, what the hell?
mama.
This motherfucker's a vampire."
No, because this lady, she went on a freaking cruise, and this is a real story. This isn't like a TV show. She went on a cruise and she came back home and her dog started to lick her legs and her hands. Well, apparently she had like wounds from like walking through an excursion and getting cut by trees and all kinds of
Oh
crazy
shit,
shit.
yeah.
So I guess there was bacteria there, but then the dogs had bacteria in their tongues. She turned septic. They had to amputate both her arms.
Damn.
So I was like, oh fuck. Yeah, some crazy shit. Crazy shit.
So this it's something that I always thought about, okay?
Okay.
So when we were younger and we got cut, or
Mm-hmm.
at least on my for me, I'm
Okay.
just talking, this is what I thought about.
Okay.
I hear as adults like we want to keep it clean, you don't want this to happen, that to
Okay.
happen. Is that because as adults we're more clean and all those germs that were taken off of we didn't do as kids? Because when I was a fucking kid and I got cut, I just bled.
Same here.
I just
Like,
Dude, I've got scars that I could talk. Like, dude,
Mm-hmm.
okay. Do you remember the game Quarters?
Yes. Oh fuck. Yes, I do. Yes,
Dude,
I do.
how are any of us in our generation not missing our hands
Mm-hmm.
from dirty ass quarters being swung
Tetanus.
at each other with both bloods being exchanged, moving on
Ooh.
to the next people?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's cross contamination.
Yeah, like, did it not exist? Like, what is going
You
on?
know, it
Or
is very.
when you become an adult, like, you're more prone to it because you're more clean, you're cleaning yourself, so you get less of those germs to fight it off.
I
I
don't
don't know.
know. I don't know how that works. Yeah,
It's
that
like
is
what they say, like
crazy.
people that are like crazy germaphobes, when
Mm-hmm.
they get sick, they get hardcore sick compared to somebody else. And it's the same way with people that like smoke more. Like the healthiest person will get lung cancer that hadn't smoked. The person that does smoke doesn't get
Get.
fucking lung cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Yep.
vice versa, lung cancer, you got somebody that gets lung cancer and you got another person that gets lung cancer,
Mm-hmm.
and the smoker, the heavy one, somehow survives.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
what?
Or
The fuck?
even like non-alcoholic fatty liver. Someone who hasn't
Yeah.
drank and they get non-alcoholic fatty liver, but then you have another person that drinks and it doesn't even touch them. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's fucking okay. So as you're talking about this shit, this is kind of like my movie recommendation or TV show recommendation, but I've been rewatching The X Files, and I'm on season 2. And this episode I watched last night was these guys were a part of a fucking squadron in Vietnam. They hadn't been to sleep in 24 years. So there was a doctor, a brain surgeon that did something. They took a piece of their brain so that way it takes off the REM sleep, so that way they can stay awake for 24 hours. But they stayed awake for 24 years. So this it opens up to where this guy comes into the room and this guy's freaking out. He's like, "There's a fire in my house. Please help! Please help!" Firefighters come through. They're like, "I don't see any smoke." They bust the door anyway. They see the dude that called. He's just passed out and dead. Well, they do a fucking autopsy on him, and his brain heated up to a temperature as if he was being burned alive, and so did all
Oh,
his
damn.
organs. But here's the thing, he was thinking that because the person that couldn't sleep for 24 hours, apparently he unlocked his unconsciousness to make people believe what he thought it was. So he suggested that that guy was burning and that guy burned alive. And then it
Damn.
progresses to another person to where he made him like he was being shot by AK-47s. He had nothing going on, took the autopsy, apparently had 23 hematomas that killed him, even though there were no bullets. And something happens to Mulder where he thinks that the guy
The
has a
mind is
gun.
crazy.
Exactly. And he made him think like he had a gun and was going to shoot. He wakes up and he goes, "Where the fuck is the guy?" And he goes, "What are you talking about? You were going crazy. The dude never showed up. You were waving your gun. You almost shot someone." He goes, "What are you talking about? He was right in front of me." And he
Yeah.
wasn't. And then at the very end, it shows the guy that's making everybody believe things that are
Hmm.
going on. And he wants to kill himself because he wants to go to sleep. And Mulder's like, "I'm putting my gun down. Don't shoot. Don't do anything." But Mulder's partner, Krychek, he's like, "He's got a gun. He's going to shoot you." Krychek shoots him, kills him. Dude had a Bible in his hand. It wasn't a gun,
Oh, damn.
but he made Krychek think that he had a gun. He was going to kill Mulder. That
So, which
episode
is
bugged me the
so
fuck out.
crazy.
Power of
So we all
suggestion.
know X Files. That everything kind of like stills ideas and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
When you said that,
Mm-hmm.
that's that episode of Supernatural. Remember the twins?
Oh, the twins.
Yes.
That's
Where
early
they,
Supernatural
yeah,
too.
where that's, I think that's season 1,
Yeah.
where he was controlling everybody
Mm-hmm. Yep.
with his mind, and
Yep.
then the twin could do the same thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's just crazy. I've never seen that episode of X Files,
Mm-hmm.
or I may have, just don't remember it because I
Yeah.
used to watch X Files when I
Yeah.
was younger. But when you said that, I was like, that's
And that's
Supernatural.
why I'm
At
that's
the
why I'm
same time,
rewatching.
it's funny because at the same time, I was like, I wonder what TJ's favorite episode for Supernatural is.
Ooh. I love when they meet Castiel. Castiel's such a
Castiel is pretty
fucking
funny.
bad. But then
I like when Castiel, when he was eating, he's like, "Dude, are you watching porn?"
you don't watch
He's like,
porn
"You don't want to
in
watch
front of
porn with other
guys.
men." Yeah,
Um,
that shit was funny. That
another
was a
good,
funny part.
another good one is the musical, the Supernatural musical.
The musical
John
one.
and Mary had a good life. Love that fucking one. He killed my mother.
And it's so fun. I know this is like random, but I was thinking, I was like, oh, my two favorite episodes are probably the Jefferson Starship
That one's funny as
when
fuck.
he was like, "What would you name them?" Well, people hate them and they're horrible, so
Yeah,
let's call them Jefferson Starships.
Jefferson Starships.
I see that all the time on fucking Supernatural like meme channels and stuff. They're
hmm
like, "Oh, look at Jefferson Starships." Uh, my favorite episode though is the Wishing Well.
Oh, Wishing Well was crazy, where it was the
Dude, that was so
coin
funny.
and the little boy was all strong and shit. That was a crazy.
The bunny's like, he couldn't take it anymore. He's like, I can't
I
take
can't
this.
take this anymore.
And then you hear, and they just show freaking doll
Fluffy's
fluff everywhere.
Fluffy's having a hard time. I was like, what is going on with this fucking stuffed animal? He's all emotional and shit.
He fucking came to life, and he's like, I can't stand this.
Um, I like when Dean got the yellow fever. When he was scared of everything, because Dean's a badass, and
Oh
when he
yeah,
was
yeah,
afraid,
yeah.
he's like, and the fucking cat jumped out
It's
and
like, what
screamed.
the fuck you mean the yellow fever?
I got the
You got the
yellow
yellow. I got the
plague.
yellow plague.
I need some tits, Asian tits. So it's funny we're talking about Supernatural. I was like, you know what? The kids are here. Eric is here. I'm gonna put on the Scooby Doo Supernatural episode. And Erica goes, "What the fuck is this?" I was like, "It's the Scooby Doo Supernatural crossover." And the kids are watching, and then the part where there was blood, and they're like, "We've
Hmm.
never seen blood in Scooby Doo." They're all fucking freaking out.
You gave him nightmares. Like, oh my god.
That was such a funny episode. That was a funny one. But the scariest episode was when both Dean and Sam turned into demons. That scared the shit out of me because, like, they're already hardcore as it is, but when they don't have a soul and if they're controlled by something else, it makes them even more scarier. I was like, shit, this is kind of dark. It's kind of dark. Supernatural's that
It's a good
fucking show.
episode.
Yeah.
It's a great fucking show.
You
Great
still
show.
haven't
Which
finished
is
it, huh?
funny. I haven't finished it. No. It's just because towards the end I was just like, gosh damn it, this is another How I Met Your Mother.
Do you want me to
Another
spoil it
freaking.
for you, Notch?
No, I need
I
to
was
watch
gonna
it anyway.
say.
I'm actually in the middle of rewatching it. That's
Oh
why
shit,
when you
good.
were talking about that, the twins,
hmm
I had just seen that episode, so I
Okay,
was like,
okay.
oh, this is literally an episode I just watched.
Nice.
Uh, J- uh, what's his name? Eccles?
Yes.
Jensen Eccles?
hmm
Jensen? Is
hmm
that, yeah, Jensen Eccles?
Yep.
Him and his wife did what was going to be my music recommendation, old school music.
Okay.
Um, they did the music. They basically remade the music video of "You Could Call Me Al" by Peter. How am I drawing a blank? It's so good, dude. It's one of my favorite songs too, and I don't know why.
I don't want us to get demonetized. Let me see. You
By
could.
Paul Simon from Simon and Garfunkel.
Okay, I'm gonna have to listen to that.
Dude, the first if you watch it because it's from the '80s.
Okay,
Paul
I see the video
Paul
here.
Simon. Watch the original video because it has Chevy Chase in it.
Yeah.
It's fucking amazing.
Okay.
And then watch right after. It's so good because him and his
Okay.
wife do so good at it. I
That's
was just like,
dope.
what the fuck?
That's
That's
dope.
amazing.
Well, she's in Supernatural as well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And she's Kumar's girlfriend.
Yep.
Kumar. Yep. Okay.
Is that 5 O's in 2 years?
That's dope though. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna have to look into that. All right.
Great
Okay.
fucking song. That's my dude. I think last week while I was working out, I think the whole day I just
hmm
replayed that song on repeat. I don't know
Okay.
why. When I get
Nice.
one song stuck in my head, I
Nice.
just repeat it all day. I
Nice.
love that song.
I've been bumping what is it called? It's that Japanese song.
What?
What is it?
Tokyo.
No, it's the Sakanashun, where it's that dun, dun, they're doing the fucking shoulder roll. I think I've showed you the video. It sounds like Viva La White Girl by Gym Class Heroes. and it's like it looks like an old school '80s video.
Mm-mm.
I think I talked about it early on the show. I'll send it to you. You'll remember when I send you the video.
Okay.
I've been bumping
Yeah.
that so much because it came up on my Instagram, and I was like, "Fuck, I love this song." And it's like because we watch anime, and it's like those animes after your favorite character dies, and then it has this random ass song. You're like, "Damn, this is a groovy song," but my character just died. Yeah.
You guys and your animes, dude. I'm surprised Avery watches it. Ronnie showed me an anime, and I
Hmm.
forgot what it was called, but
Uh huh.
it's like something dun dun dun. Uh,
Dun dun dun. Avery was talking about it too. Yeah.
do not let Avery watch it.
Okay.
Do not let
Okay.
Avery watch it. That boy is only 10 years old. That
I even
is,
told him he can't watch Chainsaw Man because Chainsaw Man he loves
yeah.
tits.
Yeah.
That's what he goes for.
Avery or what?
No, 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 no,
Oh,
no.
I
Chainsaw
was like,
Man.
what?
Chainsaw
Avery's 10
Man.
years old?
He's
Guess
he's
he's a
he's
tit man.
he's influenced by tits on that show. I was like, when did you watch Chainsaw Man? Well, Dad.
Well,
I was like,
that's okay. So, like in that Duntada, whatever it's
mm,
called, the first episode, there's this girl who sees ghosts, who
okay,
believes in ghosts,
okay,
meets a guy who believes in aliens. So they tell,
mm.
and they don't believe in that. They believe in that, but they don't believe in each other's what they believe in.
Oh,
So
gotcha.
they go. The guy goes, "Go to this place, you'll see aliens." She goes, "Go to this cave, and you'll see a ghost," which is
Hmm.
similar to that one show, or which I was like, I wonder if it's the same
Uh,
ghost. So they go to the guy first, and
okay.
the guy goes into the cave, and he's like, I don't see it. And then this old demon looking ghost comes out, and she's like, give me your banana. and, and she and it's like, or she says like wiener or something, and he's like, what? And he starts running away, and she's like, give me your, or she's like, no, I want to gobble up your banana. I think that's what she
Yuck.
said. She's like, let me gobble it up, and he's like running away, and then it goes to her, and these aliens look like fucking weird baby human things, and
Okay.
they're going up to her, and they're like, we need to repopulate, and they like strip her naked, and they're like gonna go and like rape her, and it was just weird.
Oh
I was
my
just like,
God.
Ronnie, what the fuck are you got me watching,
Yeah,
dude?
Avery can't watch that.
Yeah,
He
don't.
can't watch that.
I was like, what is going
Yeah,
on?
anime has that aspect. Like each show, it could either take it to like where it's too much blood, too much
Yeah,
goriness, or it just shows nudity, just
yeah.
straight ass and tits all the time. So it's like there's like no happy median unless you're watching Naruto or One Piece
I'm telling you, you guys need to watch Hunter X.
and
Hunter X
Hunter
isn't
X
bad.
too. Yeah, and Hunter too, and Jujutsu
Hunter is not
Kaisen.
bad.
I heard Jujutsu Kaisen's pretty good. Yeah,
Yeah.
but there's so much
Avery
anime
does
out
not
there.
need to be watching that for
No,
sure.
or Chainsaw Man is bad as fuck though. I'm gonna tell you
Avery
right
Avery's
now,
gonna be
Chainsaw
like,
Man
I'm
is
10 years
hard.
old. I do what I want.
Dad, I
Can we
can
just
watch
talk?
it.
Okay, shout out to Avery. His birthday's coming up. I don't know if we'll probably have a few episodes before his birthday, but
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
excited for it. I'm excited for his birthday, and I
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I guess he listens to us, so he might hear it, he might not. But
No,
he just wanted to do all our like
he wants to do our
auditory.
our editing. He
He
wants to
wants
do
the
all the
editing.
editing. I want to be your editor, Dad.
um, but T, me and my sister we were actually talking about this. I
Mm,
wanted to bring it up. Do
okay.
you remember when you found out that Erica was pregnant with Avery?
Yes.
Do you remember when you told me? Because I remember. Me and my sister were talking about that. She was
Okay.
actually visiting me in Parker when it happened.
Ooh. Give me your recap.
You were freaking out.
I was. I was.
We were so happy for you, and you were just like, I don't know, I want to be a dad.
Just
This
freaking
is
out.
crazy.
Just freaking
Dude,
out.
I look at pictures of Avery, and when he was a baby, and he was a cute baby when he used to do his little squishy face thingy.
Mm-hmm.
That
Mm-hmm.
dude is crazy that he's 10 years old.
Oh, bro.
Just thinking about it, it just seems like it just happened
Yeah.
a few days,
Yeah.
like a year ago, and he's
Yeah.
already 10. That's
Yep.
just nuts.
He's so much older, and it just like as he grows, he has this different. He grows into this persona, like, but he's still such a kid at heart, and I'm like, please hone in on that. Please don't grow up yet. Like, take your time. Like, he enjoys his just a lot of cool things. So I'm like, cool. Keep that aspect.
I don't know why
Just
that happened, but listeners, our viewers, you just got a TJ crotch shot.
yeah,
That was
I don't know
weird.
what it's the camp. Yeah, I'm not
Dude, it
doing it.
like went straight down. I
It's
was like,
this
damn.
it's this
She's like, it's Grace
source thing.
sweatpants day. I'm like, okay.
Hell, I could not wear no gray sweatpants. I might get killed. on our podcast by the wife. Can't be doing that shit. but but yeah, they're all growing up, and it's just so crazy. Like just the way Colette is and how she talks, and she's a fucking teenager at 6 years old. It's like
Yeah.
she's our teenager. I'm just like, I do not want you to be a teenager, bro,
Dude,
because
wait
you're
until they become
already
teenagers.
yeah. And Cam is a kid. She's definitely a child. Like she does things as a child. She admires her brother and sister, but she's a kid. She's
That's good.
just a kid, and yeah. So yeah, it's funny. They have their personalities, man. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just crazy just thinking about that. I was
Hmm.
like, yeah, Ashley and I were talking about that because they told her
Yeah.
his birthday's coming up. She's like, do you remember when he called and he was freaking out? Like, I do. That's crazy.
We
That's
always we
crazy.
always crack up because Nacho put us on to Bob's Burgers. The kids love Bob's Burgers, and Erica goes, "Do you remember when we were watching the reunion episode and Avery was watching mesmerized? Derek,
I
Derek.
have that video, dude. I still watch it every once in a while to crack up.
Oh,
He did not
so
even know the
good.
camera's there.
No,
He's just like, Derek. He
Derek,
looks over. He's like,
Derek.
Derek.
Oh,
I'm
good
happy that
times.
his birthday's gonna be Bob's Burgers. That's
Yeah,
gonna be funny
it's
as
gonna be
hell.
sick. It's gonna be so fun. Like
Is he gonna? Are you guys gonna do burgers or are you doing like pizza?
we're doing. So it's funny that you say that. So we're gonna put the burger of the day, and
Uh,
we're gonna have like. Sorry to disappoint, but Jimmy Pesto's catering pizza today.
okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna do something like that. So I'm gonna wear an apron. I'm gonna dress up like Bob.
Are you doing Bob?
Yep.
You're doing Bob.
hmm
I haven't decided what I'm gonna be.
Yep.
What's
Coming in.
Erica's going as the glow thing, right?
I don't know what she's gonna come in. She might dress up as Linda.
Is Linda?
Yeah, she
You
might
know what I
dress up as
should dress
Linda.
up as?
Hmm.
Is fucking Archer when he dressed up as Bob.
Oh, that's sick. That'd be dope. That would be fucking hard. Yeah,
See if
that's
anybody
it.
catches it.
That's what you're doing. Yep. I'm
No,
already
no,
calling it.
that'd be funny as shit.
That's what you're coming in as. That's tight.
Lana, wrong thing,
Wrong thing. Wrong thing.
wrong thing. It's Linda. No, it's Lana.
Yeah.
Fucking kids don't talk in that episode. So good. I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. That's what we're doing. All right. All right. That's the plan.
That's hilarious. Bob. Dude, are you gonna do like the mustache and the hair? Like
I
try
don't
to
know.
get like a
I think I'm
or are
just
you just
gonna
gonna do the mustache?
mustache. I think I'm just gonna keep here and just have the Bob outfit on.
Because he
That's it.
wears what? Gray sweatpants, white t-shirt, apron,
And the apron.
and then the mustache, right?
Yep.
Carrying around a spatula.
Yep.
What is the little squishy things called? The green thing. Did you already
Oh,
say it?
yeah. Kujikobi.
Kuchikobi.
We have
I thought
one.
that's what Erica says. Yeah, I
Yep.
know. I thought that's what she said she wanted to go as.
Yep. Oh, I don't know if
How the
she
hell are you
will
gonna
do
go as
that,
that?
but we have our little Kujikobi. We'll
Yeah.
probably put it on a table and stuff. Yeah,
Just
it's
go
gonna
on
be
the
sick.
walls and be like,
Lynn,
I'm stuck in here.
everyone, my dad died here. Listen. Ah,
Such a
Ollie,
good fucking show.
I was scared. I thought I
Greatest.
lost you.
What's your favorite episode on that one? Let's see.
Uh, Full bars where
Full
they
bars.
go. It's where Jean dresses up as Queen Latifah,
Oh
and
yeah.
they go out for the
So they go to the
candy
island.
Randy. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's funny.
That
That one's
one's
good.
funny. That one's funny as shit. The kids
Quick.
love the where Bob's the taxi driver.
That's my favorite one. That's funny. That's actually my favorite episode. I love that one. I don't know why. The setting is just, it's
It's
calming. Like the
good.
music, it's
It's
like super
good.
70s. They changed like the whole, Bob's just like talking to prostitutes and
Yep.
stuff. And he's
Yep.
like, I
Why
like
do,
how the kids love that.
why do they
That's
call
funny
you
as shit.
Marshmallow? Have you ever had marshmallows on sweet potatoes? I knew it. Oh my gosh. Baby Num Nums. That's such a good episode's funny as shit. And then we like the one where they write the stories, like Tina does a fan fiction one, Louise
They've done
does
a couple of those
yeah,
where they do the fan fiction.
but like Louise did Game of Thrones. and they did like
Mm-hmm.
the Terminator and like Jurassic
Yeah,
Park fused in. Yeah, yeah. Bob's
that one's
Burgers is
pretty
good.
funny. Or when Tina, I like the musicals too. I like all the musicals. The movie,
Hmm.
that's why I like the movie
Okay.
because it had all the musicals in it.
Hmm.
But the one where Tina is trying to sneak into the boy band, that one was funny because she's just like every guy she meets, it just
Yeah,
becomes a fucking
it's
musical.
just everything,
It's just
every
about
fucking
butts and
time,
shit.
all the time, all the time. It's
It's
such a
so
good
good.
show. Bob's Burgers, y'all. Y'all need to watch Bob's Burgers. If you haven't watched it, please. It's more lighthearted than Family Guy and The Simpsons, but it still has that good adult humor. It's such a good
It
show.
definitely does.
Such a good
It
show.
definitely has adult humor.
So
And
good.
if you're going to Avery's birthday party, remember, guys, all the women in there are voiced by guys, which is
Yes,
freaking
yes,
weird.
which is
So you could dress up as a guy,
yeah,
well, or
fucking
a girl.
fucking nuts.
Let's move on, T.
You need dance therapy, Dad. That's so. So we got some current events, Notch. 38 days into the year, the new year. What the fuck has been going on in our skies?
Dude, we're gonna be, dude, crazy, dude, planes falling out of the skies and
Trains in the
shit.
sky. Hmm.
Dude, it's nuts. We didn't talk about that, did we?
No, we didn't. We haven't got to
So we
talk
haven't
about
talked
that.
about the Washington one.
Nope. Nope. The
That
Washington
one was
one,
freaking
the
crazy, dude.
Philly one. Yeah, we haven't
Tell
got
me
to talk.
why the government got mad because the airline employees, not even part of the airline that actually went down, but
Okay.
airlines employees that leaked the video where you could
Okay.
actually see in more detail and you could
Hmm.
actually see them
Oh
fall.
yeah.
They got arrested
Why?
for posting it.
What?
So that just makes me a little suspicious on the like why. Because everything else, like the whole Philly plane,
Hmm.
which was even more detail, which is crazy because there was cameras all over it because it was in
Yeah.
like in that area.
Hmm.
That shit was nuts. That one was very. I mean, both all the plane crashes,
Oh
even the one that
yeah.
just happened in Alaska,
Hmm.
that they're all
Wait,
sad.
one happened in Alaska too?
They lost a plane that had 10 people on there. They just found the wreckage. They confirmed three
Jesus.
dead. Now that one was coming from Nome, Alaska, probably going
Oh,
to
okay.
that bird island where people
Yep.
watch birds
Hmm.
and stuff.
Yep.
So that's very rough,
Gee,
very
and
rough
Nome, you can
area.
only fly in or take a boat into Nome, Alaska.
Yeah.
Like we've known that from
So,
the fourth
but
kind.
even at that, that's like
Yeah.
four, because then in
Hmm.
Seattle you had the two planes that clipped.
Yep.
You had the basketball team that almost freaking died.
Hmm.
The plane crash or
Yep.
pulled up.
Then the Philly
But
one.
going into the Philly one, man, that one
Yeah.
makes me sad even more because well, both of them do, the Philly and the Washington, because Washington had all the United States ice
Ice
skaters, so
skating.
they were
Hmm.
young.
Hmm.
But the Philly one, that girl that was on there, that
Hmm.
was being medevac to that place, she was young, and she was
Oh.
on a stretcher, so I couldn't even imagine
Oh
like
my God.
laying there on oxygen,
Going
being
through that.
watched, and then it just, I mean, it literally took off and then nosedived. It wasn't, and then everybody's like, oh, it was a missile. It was like, no,
No, that shit
it was a
just.
jet. It was a twin turbo jet that went up and then nosedived, and it had all its fuel
Mm.
where the one in Washington got hit. Didn't I mean it explode? It had an explosion, but it didn't have as much fuel compared to that Learjet that
Yeah,
just
that one.
nosedived
It was
in.
just a ball of flame.
Because they were like, even Trey was like, "Oh, I could have been a missile." I was like, "Dude, do not." Like,
Okay, so the helicopter, the Black Hawk going into the one over the
yeah, that
Potomac,
was
they were saying that okay, so a week before that happened, they were actually trying to test autonomous Black Hawk helicopters.
mhm.
A lot of them are saying that that one was autonomous because they're like, oh, there was four people in the Black Hawk. Oh, we only found two. Oh, maybe we found three. But they actually, there's speculations that they didn't find anyone in the Black Hawk. They only found everyone in that commercial airline or that jet because
So
it's basically a big ass drone, the Black Hawk.
yeah. Um, I wouldn't go too far in that because okay, so that one I watched from when it happened.
Mm-hmm.
Because anytime stuff like that, I just get so focused on
It
like, all right, let's see what's gonna happen.
yeah.
I was watching Twitter and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was watching the news, and the local news had their cameras set up to where their the morgue was set up, and
Okay.
they actually pulled a body, and the first thing they did is they put a flag over it, which means it was
Oh,
military.
okay,
And they
okay,
didn't know
okay,
cameras were right there. So I was like,
okay.
they had found. So I and it sucks because then you hear like, oh, they did it on purpose. They did that and this and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. And then they
Mm-hmm.
were like, why were they flying out there? So
Mm-hmm.
from what I understand, this is just my thing. The Black Hawk was flying low.
Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't have been in that area, even
No,
though they do fly in there.
no.
On the thing, the airline controllers say, "Hey, Blackhawk, hi, we're here.
Mm-hmm.
Blackhawk, do you see that plane?" And they said yes.
Okay,
This is my thing. The other plane was coming from this way.
okay.
The plane that I think they saw was the one that was taken off in the video.
Oh,
So,
so they were
and on
distracted.
top of it, they were going in night mode, which is wearing goggles, which is
Mm-hmm.
harder to see bright lights,
Right.
especially if they saw the one going up there. It's probably what they thought, and then they just head on crashed.
Yeah, I think it was just a fucking miscalculation. Like,
Yeah, you can't read
yeah,
too deep into it, and then
yeah.
this is the crazy part. So this is what did the horse do today?
Oh goodness.
So what did the horse do today? So all this happened. I was like, man, this is sad. I heard about the Olympic thing, and they said Trump was going to speak. So our President Trump comes up there and he says, condolences to the family, condolences to everybody
Mm-hmm.
on the airlines.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for all the workers that are fine.
Mm-hmm.
Man, fuck Obama, fuck Joe
Man,
Biden.
fuck Biden.
This
I'm
is
a
their damn fault.
I'm a
Did
nigga
you hear?
of safety and some niggas of policy.
Yeah.
I was
Then he
like,
goes
what?
on to say like something about midgets. Then he goes on to say something about it was their fault. And then he said something about if you actually heard the way the airline people were talking, you know that they weren't educated. And he said it without saying black people.
I
And I was like,
just
bro, I
I
was like,
can't with
what
him.
the
I
dude?
can't.
Dude just
I
unraveled.
can't with him. I just can't with
Like,
him.
dude, I was literally like, this isn't the time. And he's just like, let's go back.
Yeah.
Obama did this, and then I took it away, and then Biden took it back, and this is their fault.
I was
And I was like,
so mad.
motherfucker,
I'm
dude,
like, all
these
you had to
families haven't
do.
even got the bodies. They're still pulling
Exactly.
bodies out.
And you're
This
talking
isn't time
shit.
to point blame. My problem with Trump is when he wins, and he did the exact same thing. The first year is just him talking shit
Yep.
and him trying to sell
Mm-hmm.
himself.
Yep.
Dude, you
Yep.
already won.
He's a
Stop going
narcissist.
to your
Mm-hmm.
rallies and going,
Yep. Yep.
this is what they did. This is what I'm going to do. Well,
Mm-hmm.
it's not what you're going to do anymore, dude. You got to start doing it. And by
Yep.
doing it, I don't mean going and be like, hey, this is white America, because that's what it's turning into. Because apparently he's just going to kick everybody out. Now everybody's like,
Exactly. Everybody's
if you're
yeah.
Mexican, if you're Native, if you're Black, Chinese, like get the fuck out. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
hold up, dude,
Yeah. Yeah.
hold up.
Yeah.
You be kicking out Native Americans out of the United States is kind of
Mm-hmm.
fucking
Yeah.
ridiculous
Yeah.
because they're dark
You're a little
skinned. Like,
crazy. You're a little crazy.
yeah. And then I
I
saw a news article that said they found bones of ancestors that were from America that were white. So they were before the natives that we know. They were white natives, and that's where white people come from. And I was like, oh hell no, this is getting crazy. What is going on?
I'm about to
Like,
call my Cherokee family right now. Like,
uh, bro, you trying to change history and say we found these people and they were there first? So you're wherever they were. I have to dig deeper into it.
mm-hmm.
I'll probably dig deeper into it so I can
Like,
get more info.
all right, Ray
But
J. I hit it first.
hypothetically, we found them in, let's say, North Dakota. Then they just went all the way to the East Coast and became pilgrims? Like, what?
We're gonna move and then come back and be like,
But
hey.
we gotta change our appearance. We gotta do this stuff. Yeah, they said that they were before natives and they were white. That the bone
Okay.
structure and all this stuff was a white Native American. And I was
Oh
like,
God.
what the hell? Maybe they had Villalago? I don't know.
That's
Indians could have Villalago. I don't
yes,
know.
they can.
Natives.
Yep. Even black people have vitiligo. Like,
Yeah.
have you guys not seen Winnie? She's very cute. Like, here and another thing. At this point, Trump is just saying shit. He's just saying shit, and he goes, Trump slams paper straws, vows to bring plastic straws. He wants to
Bro,
bring
why?
plastic straw, and then he's like, "We're gonna turn Gaza into the Riviera." I was like, "What? What?"
I heard that a pilot said that they were going over the Gulf a few days. I think it was yesterday. A
Mm-hmm.
pilot went over there and said, "Hey, we're gonna hit turbulence over the Gulf of America, just so you guys know." And I was like, "Yeah, God dang it." Like, gosh damn it. It is what it is. Dude, do what you're gonna do. But at the same time, don't try to create chaos.
Hmm.
Him changing from paper to plastic,
Yes, we are already having issues with
what
microplastics.
what are you doing at that point?
Hmm.
That's
Yeah,
just you being
you're
stupid.
just being
That's
dumb.
going, you guys changed this because America was great when it was plastic. Motherfucker, America wasn't. It didn't change because of plastic or
No,
paper.
no.
It helped the environment.
Yeah.
If you can't see the environment's fucked up, like think about where
Hmm.
you live and all the shit that's
Yep.
happening. All these,
Hmm.
yeah, dude, get your
Think
head out your ass at
think
some
about our
point.
fucking climate that we're having in Pueblo right now. It was 70 degrees in February. Like,
Dude, it's been going up. It's crazy. It was 36, and then the next day it got up to 78. I was
hmm
like, holy crap, it's
it's
hot. And then
nuts.
it went back down, and I was like,
Hmm.
okay, I get it, up and down and stuff like that. But think of the
But
snowstorms. Think of
yeah,
think of the snow, dude. It was warm here in Wyoming. They were going through a blizzard.
yep,
We're about to get a cold front, and they're
yep.
saying this is like 1 out of 5 that are hitting us. And I was like, how the fuck do you guys know that we're gonna get five?
Yeah, how
What the
you know
hell?
we're gonna get five? And another thing with the whole Trump thing too, when he pardoned everybody, he was like, they did that out of love, like how we said, and stuff like that. But it's like, okay, you guys say that you love your country. Over here, we love our country just a little bit different. That we're not instilling hate and
Yeah.
sending people away. That's not love with what you're doing. It's love with what we're doing. We're trying to make a solution to try to help people. You're ostracizing people for creed, color, all this other crazy stuff because of
Yep.
your political gain. And the people that are with you, their love seems so different. That love is another four-letter
Yeah.
word, hate. And it's just like, you guys love your country the way you do. We love it
The
differently.
L word, Scott. Lesbian? No, the other L word.
L for
Lesbian?
love, L for love.
No, love, Scott. I wasn't trying to trick you. No, this is what I was going to tell you before we jumped on when we were
Okay.
talking about this, and I was like, we'll
Yeah.
get into it a little bit
Yeah.
further. This is my belief on Donald Trump, and I think I don't know if I've said this or I've just been telling everybody this is how I feel about him.
Hmm.
Right now, he's acting like a child. He's acting like a child that got in trouble, lost something, and now he got it back, and now he's throwing it in everybody's face. The dude lost, he got mad, and
Hmm.
now that everybody picked him back up with over promising, he over promised way too
Hmm.
much. It's not like he's the first politician that did it.
No.
All politicians lie.
Yeah.
The difference between him and all the other politicians is if this was any other politician that wasn't Donald Trump, because the way he acts,
Mm-hmm.
they would have just, oh, we'll do this here and there, and it's quiet. Unfortunately, Donald Trump is a horse that has
Mm.
fucking, he's foaming at the mouth because he
Yeah.
got in trouble,
Yep.
and now he's trying to get back at everybody.
He's
The
gloating.
straw thing, the
Hmm.
straw thing is just him going, oh, you took this away, I'm gonna bring it back.
Hmm.
Changing names is just he's trying to stir the pot
Hmm.
to where this is my belief. I think he's trying to stir it to where everybody goes crazy and he starts creating these little mini civil wars so
Mm.
he could throw them in jail
Yep.
the way they threw his followers in jail.
Hmm. Yep.
He's acting like a child. And the
Hmm.
funny part about it is when he first got shot
Mm.
in his ear, it
Yeah.
grew back miraculously. I don't know how it works.
It was a
I didn't
lab
know.
rat. They glued it on from a
Yeah,
lab rat.
yeah, I don't know. He's a lizard. Lizard man. Um, when he first got shot, he said, "This was God giving me another opportunity." So even if he was, because he was a non-religious person before,
Mm.
and then became a politician, then he
Hmm.
became a religious.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you can't do that. I'm not trying to get religion into it, but at the
Yeah.
same time, the dude is doing what he's doing is non-religious based. So
It's not a
don't
Christian.
be,
It's not
yeah,
Christian
don't
like.
be pretending to
No.
be Christian when you're
Yeah.
doing all this shit, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm. I'm with you, and that's why I keep telling you and Trey to watch The Family, because the shit we're talking about is the
yeah,
same reason why these individuals can do what they are doing. When you have a book that says, well, David was chosen by God, so David got to do whatever he was going to do. That's how these politicians view it as. They
yeah,
say they're Christian because they're going off of, well, such and such did wrong by the people. They did this, that, and the third, but God chose them for a reason. And that's where they get hung up on. And that's why they keep getting away with crazy shit. And it's
yeah,
just like sitting back and watching that show. I'm just like, this is how it's going. This is how it's
yeah.
always been. And it's just like, we can't change it because there's a sector of guys that are like, we could get away with what we're going to do. Next person that's going to be appointed, we're going to groom them to do whatever they want. And some of the parties are like, fuck, I hate this guy, but he's making me money. Like, let's keep this circus
Yeah.
going. Let's keep this horse in the hospital. Like, let's get him scrubbed up for the OR. Like, what, you know what I mean? So it's just like,
There's a horse
dude,
in the hospital. No, no,
but it's
you definitely
true.
in if you want to start at the Bible or you want to start at history books or wherever you want to do,
Mm-hmm.
it all repeats itself.
Mm-hmm.
And we all know the
Yep.
higher the power you are, the more puppeted you are. Certain
Yep.
people are puppeted and the other people are in control, and then certain people are
Absolutely.
just down here.
Absolutely.
It's just, to me, that's what baffles me the most is we allow this to happen as a people.
Not
Like at what
us.
point? At what point? But at the same time,
Kind
we
of.
can't even do anything.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
some
It's out of
days I
our
wake up
hands.
and I was like, dude, I wonder if I could just like, how many people would follow me if I just started voicing my opinion, or
Yeah.
would I get in trouble? Which is weird because we're
He's been
supposed to be
hemming
able to
people
voice our
up.
opinion anyway. Like,
Exactly. Well,
yeah,
and even free trade. So that
hmm
whole deep seek thing, the AI thing,
hmm
now the judge was like, if you're using any AI generated from China, it's 20 years in federal prison and $100,000 fine. Go ahead and use Chat GPT. But I'm like, we're at a point where you wanted to ban TikTok, but yet TikTok elevated your political gain, and you're like, oh, we can't get rid of TikTok. But then when your stocks tank on government AI things, you're just like, oh, well, we're losing to this Chinese company. Don't fucking use it, or you're gonna get fucked. Like
yeah,
you're just
it's all
picking
about
and
money.
choosing what you're doing, and
In all
it's.
reality, it's all about money.
Mm-hmm,
If any company in Asia was making them money, they wouldn't
mm-hmm.
care.
And did you hear
It's
about the fund that the government is trying to put aside to buy TikTok? For
I read so
miraculously, yeah.
it's crazy because I did see that at first when TikTok got shut down, then it came back up because Trump. Again, money talks.
Money
Probably talks to him.
talks.
On the
Hmm.
side, we don't know what's going on. All we saw was, hey, look at this. TikTok's open. Nobody had a problem with this fucking hand. Probably fucking us.
Hmm.
Again,
Yep.
every day we talk about that, but at
Every
the same time,
fucking day.
you when TikTok first happened, you had like Mr. Beast and Logan Paul and the Paul brothers and all
Hmm.
them. They were
Hmm.
actually looking at, and
Yep.
KSI or whatever his name is,
Yeah.
and Sinat, they
Yeah.
were all looking to buy it together,
Hmm.
and then
Hmm.
somehow it like dissolved. And because Mr. Beast, if anybody is to tell the truth on his Twitter
Oh,
or in his
he's.
account, would be
Oh
Mr.
yeah,
Beast.
it would be him.
Somebody said, Mr. Beast, help us out, buy out TikTok, and he said,
I seen that
got something
post.
in the works,
Hmm.
just stay calm.
Yep.
Now, Mr. Beast does roll with a lot of those people because a
Yeah.
millionaire.
Yeah.
He does roll in the parties, and I'm pretty sure he tries to keep politics out of there. He
Hmm.
actually headbutts with a lot of politics if you look at
Okay.
his stuff,
Yeah.
especially in his philanthropy
Hmm.
channel
Yeah.
where he's helping people.
Right.
He calls out the rich all the
Okay.
time,
Good.
and he even said it on his one of his Twitters. He's like, "Hey, I'm gonna do something where I'm going to help people out since the government's not helping us out. Since I'm all friends with all these multimillionaires, will
Hmm.
you help me?" And
Yep.
nobody said anything. But then he started talking about TikTok, and he's like, "Oh, all these people are talking to me now. Like, what's going on?"
Hmm. Now
So
you
he
want
does
my
like the
money.
headbutt. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure going back to what it was, I think that got dissolved in somehow Trump and
Hmm.
where
Yep.
the money goes. He's like,
Because it's
"Hey,
it's a lot of billionaires are like, okay, let's all put some money together. They could put money together
yep,
for that, but they can't put money to feed the hungry. They can't
yeah."
put money together. You know what I mean? It's all this other gain. I'm just like, bro,
And
whatever.
it's not like he's the only president though.
He's not.
That's
He's not.
let's get this straight because I don't want to hear all the fucking Donald Trump
Yeah,
dick
I want to get
riders
out of
coming
the. I want to
after
get
us
out
and
of the
stuff like
hospital
that.
with the horse too.
We get it. You like to ride Donald Trump's dick.
Yeah,
It's cool.
yeah,
It is what it is.
yeah,
Hopefully he bought you dinner, but he probably did. At the
yeah,
same time, he's not the only president that's done it. It's just the way he's doing it, and it's more eye-opening compared. I
yeah.
mean, that might be a problem too. All these other presidents were doing stuff like this. We
Hmm.
just didn't see it because he's not as vocal, and
Yeah.
that's because they're politicians. Trump is a business celebrity.
Narcissist.
He gets off. Yeah, he gets off on that stuff.
Hmm.
Where other politicians like the Clintons and the Obamas and the Bushes and all that, they understand. Shut the fuck up. we're puppets. We're supposed to talk here where everybody else's hands up our ass. Trump is like, put your hand up here, but I'm gonna be talking.
Just keep massaging my prostate.
Yeah. So it's just all bad. At some point, when as a people, again, history repeats itself. Whether you go back to every war, you go back through
Hmm.
every civilization, every
Yep.
age,
Yep.
or if you can read the Bible and you want to go into the Old Testament, which I personally believe are just stories that you're supposed to live
Hmm.
by, but
Yep.
at the same time, yeah, good Lord, yeah, that's the family. If the family show goes, hey, this king was like this back in the day, and it's like,
Yep.
yeah, they also lived to 700 years old and were
Exactly.
fucking around with 700 people and didn't get
Hmm.
STDs. Good
Yep.
luck with that. So I don't know.
Hats off to you. Yeah, let's move on from this
Those be
freak.
the rants. But we are headed into World War III,
Okay.
hopefully.
Hopefully.
Come on, see, we like chaos. We're just a dog
Shit.
chasing the car. I don't know
I
what I would do when I
guess.
caught it. Fucking
I
Joker.
guess.
T, I wanted to bring something up which I thought was funny, but
Okay.
I pulled the 10 weirdest wars in history and pulled a few here and there that I thought you
Okay.
would think would be funny, and there's a
Okay.
reason behind it. The first war that I thought was crazy to hear about, but back in, let me pull this up real quick. Back in 2006, did you know there was a war in Mexico?
No. What was
I
it?
want you to just guess what type of war this was.
Was it over food?
No, but there are wars over food. This was a war of music.
Oh.
Now, can you guess what type of music?
Merengue.
No, dude,
Samba.
it's like no.
I don't even know.
This was the Mexican emo war.
Didn't even know that existed.
I want you to look it up. These fuckers dressed up as the Black Parade, group of young people known as emos, chose their music and were being harassed by Mexican cities, being suicidal misfits, black eyeliner and tight jeans. They were being thrown homophobic slurs. It got politicians involved. The
I.
police had to come out. It was literally an emo war.
What the fuck? I'm looking at it right now. This is insane.
I thought that was funny. All you hear
That
is
is.
ding, don't do it, Timmy. Nail polish comes up, the bangs come out.
Do you feel like a man? When I was a young boy.
That's what I thought. I was like, bro, if somebody told me we had like in our generation, we had like the big wars and then we had like the
Mm.
Black Lives Matter and
Yeah.
stuff that we
Yeah.
were around and everything. Somebody told me, hey, there's an emo war going down. Motherfucker, I would be there.
I'm being there.
Heartbeat.
My black nail
In a
polish.
heartbeat. In a heartbeat.
My choker. Dear diary. What's what's the next war?
So, sticking with E, in Australia, Australians had two wars
Okay.
against an animal,
An emu.
the Emu Wars. That
Now
was
what
because of
happened with
emu.
that?
So that one in 1932, at least the main one, there
Oh,
was two of
okay.
them.
Okay.
1932, they were 2,000 emus that were in people's farms
They're scary
destroying the
bastards.
crop.
Mm-hmm.
So they got the military to go out there and try to gun down these 20,000 emus, but only a
Jeez.
thousand were gunned down,
Mm-hmm.
and they couldn't control it. That they had to give up. They were just like,
Oh.
this isn't working. Like they win.
Emus are scary bastards. They're scary.
Little fucking head pop up.
Yeah, they're scary, man. Their fucking claws too.
So this one is another animal one, but it was based off of just one animal back in 1859, which is crazy because
Mm.
Hey Arnold actually does something based off of this.
Okay.
But in the United States and the Great Britain, on the San Juan Islands, which is over by Canada area, an American settler shot a pig owned by a British company, which started a war.
Fuck you, Wilbur.
Which is crazy. Give
That's
me one
nuts.
second.
No, you're good.
Yeah,
You're good.
it is
You're
crazy.
good.
I gotta take my dog. You guys okay?
Damn.
Walking around all crazy.
So
Come
they're
on.
they're out here killing pigs and starting wars over something
Just shot
so
one pig that was owned by a company, so it started a war. Now tensions were already high between Britain and the United States,
United
but
States anyway.
which is funny because when I read that, I was thinking of the show Hey Arnold, which is on Nickelodeon, and
Hmm.
Hey Arnold had his pet pig.
Yep. Wilbur.
What was his name? No, it was
Oh,
it starts with an A.
Abner.
Abner.
Abner. Hmm.
Abner. So he had his pig Abner, and in this episode, they reenact the war, and they use Abner, and they grease him up, and whoever they were on the United States side, and then they had the British people, and they whoever caught him, but the British people caught him, and they were gonna grill him and eat him until they found out that it was Arnold's fucking pig. He's like, "That's my pig."
They greased him up. It must be my birthday.
So this one was the War of the Stray Dog in 1925, the incident at Petrick. I don't know why it popped out, but I had this up.
Hmm.
So in 1925, there was a clash between Greeks and Bulgarians forces near the town of Petrick, which is modern day Bulgaria. It had rooted because, let me see, I thought I read about it. Where did it go? It's so small. Okay, there we go. So the Greek version, one version claims that a Greek soldier ran over to the border chasing his dog, and because they jumped over the border, it clashed. They killed the
Oh,
person, and then it clashed borders because of his dog. So a
wow.
war, and that was a war in World War One. So that was during World War One. They weren't clashing. Everybody was good. Some guy's dog ran across the border, and the dude tried to chase it, and he got killed, which started a
Stupid
war.
dog. Sorry. I lost my life because of you. You know what? Run away.
There is a
Damn.
war called, so I'll do two more.
Okay.
So this one was the War of the Bucket, also known as the Oaken Bucket. A very bizarre fight that played out between two Italian city-states in 1325. They were fighting because somebody threw a bucket over one of the person's heads, which they started clashing, and it started a war.
Did you just throw a bucket on my head? Sure did. What you gonna do about it? That's insane.
And then in the Caribbean with the pirates, it looks like the Spaniards and pirates were not fighting. And the British ships came out, and a Spaniard supposedly severed a pirate's, his name was Jenkins, ear off
Hmm.
on accident, which started a huge war between the Spanish, the British, and the pirates in the Caribbean Sea.
I think
Because somebody
The Brits did them shit on
severed
purpose.
severed an ear. It says some shit about Vincent Van Gogh in this. I was like, wait, what?
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, yeah.
Which
Someone
is
losing an
crazy,
ear.
crazy thinking of like all the wars and stuff like that. I
That
thought
is
that was funny,
crazy. That
especially the
is
emo one,
nuts.
or
Though.
not the emu, but the emo.
Well, you think about all the wars that we've learned in history, like how big were they or how small were they, and how
Yeah.
many more did that happen when it just became to a small portion of land or some kind of treaty or some kind of thing there. Like, there's probably a ton of wars that aren't even in our history books that were just
Oh
like,
yeah.
really? Really right now?
Especially back in the day, they were
Yes.
like, "That's my farmland."
Yeah.
No, that's my farmland.
No, get your boys.
Well, that's that hat. What is it called? The hats, and the the Civil War one,
Oh,
where it's brother versus brother, cousin versus
yes.
cousin.
Hmm.
The
Yep.
Hatfords or something hats. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's crazy dogs.
That's crazy though. That's crazy. It's gonna the crazy thing when we were talking about Jessica Alba. We didn't
Oh
talk about
yeah, dude,
yeah,
that
we
was crazy.
yeah.
I forgot I
Like
told you about that.
hmm
That's nuts.
yeah,
That's what
listeners.
I had. I
Okay.
knew I had something
Okay.
in my phone, and I forgot all about that. It was crazy things that happened to celebrities, and I
Yep.
don't remember what I did with it. But listeners, the other day I told TJ about this, but back when Jessica Alba was 14 years old and she was
Mm-hmm.
on the set of Flipper,
Yep.
which is being filmed in Australia, out of all the places, talking about emus. She was actually kidnapped and was gone for what did I say, 48 hours?
I think, yeah, something like that.
She was missing for 48 hours,
Yep.
and then they found her in a car, gagged and tied up.
Which is
That's
fucking crazy.
crazy.
Which is so
Crazy things
crazy.
that happen to celebrities.
And like, she, I don't know if she's been vocal about that or said anything
I
about
don't.
that over the
So when I was
years.
look, because I thought it was fake, and then I
Mm-hmm.
saw a few people that interviewed her when she was younger, when she was on like Dark Angel.
Mm-hmm.
I saw when she talked about it around there, but she didn't really go into detail.
Oh, okay,
But she was
okay.
only 14 years old. I didn't
Yeah,
even
that's
know she was on
true.
Flipper,
I
which
didn't
is
know she was on
crazy.
that either.
Jessica Alba is a very beautiful woman. Very beautiful.
That's the
She
only
looked
lady that I get a hall pass on.
the only one. I mean,
That's the
that's
only
a
one.
good one.
It's a great
That's
one. Um, did you hear about Ye? Is he's not bipolar, he's autistic.
I could see that.
So I can see it too. The
That
way
motherfucker's
so
bipolar too. I'm sorry. I don't care. That
so
dude's an idiot.
he's seen a doctor. He was on some interview. I can't remember what show he was on, but he was like, "Yeah, I recently went to a doctor, and the doctor was like, you're not bipolar. You're actually autistic. You're on the spectrum." I was like, I can see that because like Elon Musk is on the spectrum as well. Like just different things like that. Like I can see that Ye could be autistic, where he says off the wall shit and how he's very meticulous about his music because he goes, when fans tell me I need to do the music this way, I say fuck it and I do it my own way. Like he's that very intellectual, like type of hands on the spectrum of autism. Like, okay, I could see that, but it still doesn't justify
I'm
behaviors. Why you still have your
yeah, I
wife
don't know.
walking around fucking naked everywhere?
So this is my theory on that. And I was
Mm-hmm.
telling my sister this because she thinks she was like, I saw it was gross. Kanye is doing this as in his words is art. His words is she is his muse, and he is trying to teach the world art as backwards as how it used to be, where
Mm.
white people used to walk around black people naked and as slaves. He's reversed it in its art. In my
Mm.
opinion, it's absolutely stupid and disgusting,
It's
and he's an
disgusting.
idiot.
Yeah, it's
He
disgusting.
is a fucking idiot.
It's disgusting. Hmm. What about Beyonce winning album of the year? How'd you feel about that? Because because remember last year with Jay Z talking all that shit like my wife and
Yes.
I and this and why didn't she do it? Some people don't deserve to be here. I think the album was shit, to
Okay.
be honest.
So the all all award ceremonies, it's just a popularity
Oh,
game.
it
That's
is.
all it
It
is.
is.
It has
It
nothing.
is.
I'll tell you this: the hip hop artist of the year, the hip hop artist. I don't even know who she was,
Uh,
and
was it
she went
Dochi?
into
Was
no.
Dochi?
It was
Oh,
some girl called her album something alligator skins or alligator bites or something.
huh.
She's from Florida. I mean, good for her. She won and everything. And she's like,
Okay.
only three women have won this. And I was like, good on you. She's like three black women, and it's like, all right, I get it and everything. But I had never heard of you, and I really want to
Huh.
look up her numbers because she lost or she won against Eminem's album. Now, there's
Really?
two things behind that. Did she actually have better numbers than Eminem? I doubt it. And the second thing is Eminem said he would never go to the Grammys ever again,
Uh
which
huh.
means they didn't go by the numbers. They went by, okay, what's going to make this popular?
Oh, it is.
So
It
let's
is
give it to this
Dochi.
girl.
It is Dochi.
Oh yeah, Dochi,
It is
Dochi. Yeah,
Dochi.
I thought you
Mm-hmm.
said Doja
Yep.
Cat. Yeah,
Yep.
I never even heard of her.
I
I don't know who she
okay.
is.
I've briefly heard of her, and I was like, "What is the hype about her?" I watched her Tiny Desk.
Yeah.
Really wasn't fond of it. I was like, "This
Well,
is
I mean,
shit."
good for her. But
Yeah.
T, I want you to look. I'll look it up real quick while you go
Okay.
over
Okay.
here. How do you spell her name?
Doechii. I think.
I album sales.
Yeah, Dochi. she's been taking the world by storm, which is pretty crazy. But I mean, I get her artistic aspect of what it is, but like I don't know, it's okay to me. Her music's okay to me.
So she only sold 11,000 copies the first week.
Okay, but what's
She got
streaming though?
popular. She got popular. She went. The album went 175% increase on Spotify, and then went 148% increase on global streams. They don't just. Are they just going off of streams, or how is that?
That's how they do things nowadays. It streams.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so she did.
Yep. Yep.
Let's just. I got this pulled up, and then we'll compare it to
Okay.
Eminem's.
Okay.
And I get it. Eminem said he would never go on there because he said it was a popularity.
Yeah, it is. It
So
is.
then sale album sale numbers. Because I forgot Eminem even dropped an album, but then I was just like, there's no way. Oh, they're doing his full
Oh,
album.
okay.
It's fine.
Okay.
I'll look it up. But I
Yeah.
I personally think Eminem's album, because when that came out, it was everywhere.
Oh, yeah, it was
I mean, it was
everywhere. Yeah, it
everywhere.
was.
Everybody's like, "Oh my
Mm-hmm.
God, this is crazy. This
Mm-hmm.
is old Eminem. All this stuff."
Yeah.
It was one of his best out of his newer albums
Mm-hmm.
that got released. And then they said she won, and I was just like, "Oh fuck no, this is ridiculous."
And
And
it's
then
stupid. Yeah.
and then again, it's what we talked about. The music that's created now isn't for my It's not for us
It's
anymore.
not for
We got to
us.
get that through our heads. We got to go and accept it. Like for example, Sabrina Carpenter. I didn't even know what song she sang. I like that espresso song.
As you say
I
that,
like that
yeah,
espresso song.
yeah,
I
it's a
didn't know
good
it was
song.
her that sang it,
Mm-hmm.
and her performance was fucking amazing. I love
Okay.
that she brought back the
Okay.
old Dean Martin, the comedy to it, which I
Okay.
thought was really cool.
Okay.
At the same time, I was like, when I see her as Sean's daughter from Girl Meets World,
Oh
and I
shit.
forget that she was on there.
Oh
And then
shit.
and then I was like, oh shit, like, and then she's trying to be all sexualized, and I was like, oh my god, this is a kid in
Y-
my eyes, and she's over there like doing this and that, and everybody's like, oh,
Yeah.
she's hot, and I was like, stop it, that's Sean's daughter. Like, I watched Girl Meets World. This is a kid.
You leave her alone.
So it's kind of like, oh man, I'm starting to realize that we're at that age that
We are at that
things
age.
aren't made for us.
Mm-hmm.
These are kids, even though
Mm-hmm.
they're kids in our eyes,
Yep.
they're adults.
Yep.
So
But
we're not
here's the
going to see eye
thing.
to eye.
Here's the thing with this though. I wish she would have won album of the year. She
Yeah.
had more plays than Beyonce. She had
Okay.
more plays than Chapel Roan. She
Yeah.
had equal plays as Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift tortured hearts or souls
Yeah.
or whatever that fucking album's called. That was every time
I
I
thought it
listen
was
to the
going to be
radio,
either
there's
Taylor
multiple
Swift,
songs.
Sabrina Carpenter, or Olivia Rodrigo. Rodrigo.
I would have
Olivia
thought,
Rodrigo,
yeah, I would
whatever
have
her
thought
name is.
Chapel Roan would have been over that,
So I
but
thought them three.
mm-hmm.
And then Beyonce won, and it all comes down to popularity.
It's because
Beyonce's
she lost
album,
last year.
yeah, it was to make up for her in its certain eyes and the way they act and
Mm-hmm.
everything. And it goes down to are they the puppets, or are they getting to the part to where they're actually
Who
controlling the music
knows?
industry?
Who knows?
Because
Who
they're
knows?
high up there. Jay-Z's
Mm-hmm.
already pretty high up there.
Yep.
And then you've got Beyonce who's already high up there, and you've
Mm-hmm.
got two demons. I'm sorry, they're just bad people. Just pointed out, they're not good people. When you're hanging out with Kanye and Kanye's trying to get Donald Trump to release Diddy, it's like, dude, your
I
circle is just
seen
bad.
that.
Your
Yeah.
your circle's bad.
Yeah.
You're not good people. You're not making it look
Yeah.
good. When I see them, it's not that they act like they're better than even the celebrities that are there.
Okay.
And those
Okay.
celebrities are starting to realize they have so much influence that some people have called them out and they've lost because of that, or
Mm.
they'll act differently around them. Like people are saying when Taylor Swift gave Beyonce the country album
Mm-hmm.
trophy, she was shaking and she tried to walk away from her, but Beyonce like kind of pulled her in. And I was like, oh,
Oh,
I didn't even notice that. Like, I don't see these
really?
like little things, but her hand was shaking when she gave it away.
Oh,
People are scared of her. And then on top of it, when did Beyonce become white?
Hey,
That bitch is
remember?
paler than Timber's ass.
I was gonna say, remember when what's his name, Sammy Sosa?
Yeah, dude, what is
Yeah,
like, what is going on?
it's
Like all
different.
these other women, like that Nucci or whatever her Dochi,
Doechii,
she was she
dark
was
complected.
dark complected.
Hmm.
She had her roots, and then Beyonce comes out there and she got a cowboy hat on, blonde hair, pale. Beyonce, we get it. You're from Texas, but be who you are. Don't have to put on this. I call her music what we call stadium country
Mm,
or pandering country. It's
okay.
fake country. They sing about what people want to hear. She grew up in Texas, but really, did you really grow up in Texas? You were in the music industry when you were a kid. You lost
Yeah.
all that. You won that because people are afraid of you.
Yeah.
And
Hmm. Yep.
that's crazy because that happened to Brendan Fraser.
Mm,
Did you
as
know
to
that happened to
why
him?
it took forever for him to get back
Yep.
into get his
So
thing.
back when he did The Mummy,
Hmm.
a certain person that's in jail right now
Oh,
molested him or was touching him inappropriately and he didn't like it and he told the Academy Awards, this is what happened to me, and they said deny it or you're never come to a party again, and he didn't
wow.
deny it and they kicked him out. And I don't
Wow.
care what anybody says, Brendan Fraser didn't deserve it, and I'm so fucking glad he came back. And if you guys haven't watched The Whale, I highly recommend watching it
Mm,
tonight.
mm.
That movie is fucking amazing. It
Isn't it
made me
like two and a
cry.
half hours long?
You're so caught into it
Yeah, but
when
I'm
it
like,
ended.
I want to be immersed in
When
it
you're
though.
like,
Yeah.
no part of that movie did I feel like, okay, this is weird. This is like, I'm not into it. The whole time I
Hmm.
was on edge. I was just like, this is crazy.
Yeah,
It was
I want to
so
be
fucking good.
immersed in it.
It
Okay.
was so good, and I'm so
Wow.
glad that they brought him back. And fuck Hollywood for doing that shit to him.
Yeah.
Fuck
Fuck
Hollywood for
Hollywood.
doing all that shit.
Hmm. Yep.
All that. That's
Yep.
ridiculous.
Hmm. Yep. Do you see Kendrick is still keeping his foot on Drake's throat? Did you see what he was wearing?
No, but do you at some point think that it's like, okay, when Kendrick won his album or the
Hmm.
whatever he won,
Hmm.
everybody was dancing to Not Like Us. You had
Right.
white people, black people,
Right.
fucking you
Right.
had you had the custodians and janitors dancing to it, and I was like, bro, you the, is it just catchy, or do you guys realize he's talking shit about somebody? I kind of feel bad for Drake at the
I
same
feel bad for
time.
Drake. I
Like I'm
do.
like, dude, he dropped so hard, so
Yep.
fucking hard.
Hmm.
And then like I read something that DJ Khaled said, "Oh, Drake's gonna be in my album, on two songs."
Okay.
And then Drake called him out and said, "I ain't on your album. Maybe that's Drake Bell." And I was like, Drake, should you
Oh,
be talking that type of shit right now? Like, you should be trying to get on
you
some more albums
know,
because nobody knows who you are anymore, dude. You fell off.
it's crazy to me, like what Drake is going through, and I'm just like, damn, because Drake was such at the top of the pinnacle. Like he was untouchable. He was song after song after song. He was on the radio doing everything, Toronto, all kinds of stuff. And then this song comes out and it just destroys him. Like between the pop up concert that Kendrick did and like I said, did you see the what Kendrick was wearing?
No, I didn't see any.
Okay,
Yeah.
look up a Canadian tuxedo, and that's what Kendrick was wearing. It was another play towards Drake to keep his foot on Drake's throat.
So, and I get it, keep your foot on whatever, but
Hmm.
is he really doing it or is he just overplaying?
I
Again,
think he's
how much
overdoing it.
how much of it is it the media and the money
Yep.
wise than him
Oh.
actually? And then that goes down to it
Hmm.
at the beginning. Everybody was like, Drake is only doing this with his writers and for the music, and it's catchy, but it's
Hmm.
because they're trying to get your ear and make you repeat it and stuff. And it turned out that Not Like Us became that earworm.
Was that?
Everybody, I even fucking
Hmm.
Jokic, Westbrook and Jokic and the whole
Hmm.
Nuggets, when that song plays,
Yep.
they always play it during
Well,
warm-ups.
Westbrook was there at the
Yeah.
concert on stage. Yeah.
Oh, was he?
He
That's
was on
funny.
stage with
Because he's
Kendrick.
always dancing to it.
Hmm.
Did we really get played into it and that became an earworm?
Hmm.
Now everybody knows that song and we're putting all this money into
Yep.
that. And Kendrick Lamar's just dancing around to this and stuff. And it's like, dude, are you really the puppet?
Mm-hmm.
Because it doesn't really seem like this is a beef. It's more of a, can I get you guys to do all this? Now he's the
Mm-hmm.
Super Bowl thing, and it's going to be
Yep.
big, and everybody's going to be
It's gonna be
dancing. It's like, bro,
huge.
this
Mm-hmm.
isn't a beef anymore. It's just music. Like,
Yep.
a
It's
beef was,
and not to take away anything from Kendrick makes great music, but I think this song elevated his career so much more into a different realm. And anytime it comes on the radio, I turn it off. It's so annoying because it's been played so much. And Avery's like, Avery loves that song. He goes, no, keep it on. I'm like, no, no, I'm tired of this fucking song. Yes, we get it. We
he
get it.
came out in
All denim, denim on
all
denim.
denim.
That's a
Yeah,
Canadian tuxedo.
that's funny.
That's a
Yeah,
Canadian tuxedo.
I really think at the beginning everybody kind of got played, and Kendrick did come from Compton and all
Mm-hmm.
that area,
Yep.
and
Yep.
he was more street than Drake.
Mm-hmm.
100%. Drake is a
Oh,
little bitch. I don't
absolutely.
care. I feel bad for
Absolutely.
Drake, but you're a little bitch still. I don't care, Jimmy. You're a bitch. You played everybody. Everybody got played by a Drake
Yeah.
because I didn't like him when he was doing all his music. I'll live and die by it. Like I'm like, dude, this is a good song, but again, it's pandering. You're just giving what people want to hear and stuff like
I
that.
feel you. I
Uh,
feel you.
and some of his shit didn't even make sense. I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? Kendrick came out with a true diss. All his disses hit on point,
Yeah.
but they were disses, and disses aren't supposed to be played on the radio. On supposed to
Constantly.
be played by every like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yep. Yep.
if you're trying to do that, it's kind
Yeah.
of similar to how when Machine Gun Kelly came out and hit
With
Eminem
Eminem.
with Kill Shot. No, it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't Kill Shot. What was his?
Maybe
Whatever
it
Machine
was
Gun
Kill
Kelly's
Shot.
was.
Yeah.
Whatever Machine Gun Kelly did, it wasn't written by him, and he did it to where it
Okay.
was supposed to be catchy so people could dance around to it, that you could hear it in the clubs. And then
Yeah.
Eminem came back and he said, bitch, we ain't gonna do this. You ain't gonna remember my lyrics like
Yep.
where it's an earworm. You're just gonna hear it and be like, yo, he destroyed you.
Mm-hmm.
Move on to the next.
Yeah.
That's a diss.
Yep. It was Rap
Same thing with
Devil.
all Rap Devil. Rap Devil was catchy, and then
Mm-hmm.
Eminem came out with Kill Shot and said, "Fuck
Yep.
all that shit."
Yeah.
You remember Kill Shot destroyed MGK. He
Yep.
became emo. He fucking lost his
Yep.
wife. Went all weird psycho.
Went
So
to
Eminem
Travis
did exactly
Barker.
what he did, but nobody remembers what Kill Shot says in his lyrics because that's
Mm-hmm.
a diss album. So
Exactly.
similar to
That's a
all other
great
disses
point.
in hip hop, right?
That's a
Think
great
of
point.
the only other song that I could think, and that's just because I like it, is Tupac's
Hit him
um,
up.
"Hit 'Em Up."
Mm-hmm.
I like that song because I like Eminem or Tupac.
Mm-hmm.
Do I know most of the lyrics? When I was listening to it heavily, I could
Okay.
probably repeat it.
Okay.
Same thing with Kill Shot,
Yep.
but I know it was a diss towards that and all that.
Mm.
All I remember is the girls in the background. That's the one thing that
Okay.
catches. Yeah,
Okay.
but that was a diss song
Mm-hmm.
that destroyed. Well, I mean, literally destroyed at that point. Like
Yeah.
that's true
Yeah.
fucking where people are dying and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, and then Ja Rule and 50 Cent, when 50
yeah,
Cent says you ain't a gangster,
yeah.
yeah, like yeah, that was a
So,
that was a hit record, but then
but
it was
you
like
get so those ones are subliminal. Those are those tiny
yes,
ones that where people,
yes,
because Kendrick's done that before.
oh
Other
yeah,
people throw that in all the time
they
where
do
they'll
some
put it in
sneak
their
disses.
popular songs and they're like, oh, did you
Mm-hmm.
know that was about him?
Yeah,
Eminem does it all the time, right? When
yeah,
he's like,
oh all the
uh,
time.
you can sit me next to
Britney
um,
Spears, Christina Aguilera can switch me
Aguilera.
tear, so
Yeah,
I could, yep.
yeah, we know those. Those are disses and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But when you go into an actual diss song
Yeah.
that's to go after somebody like
Mm-hmm.
Not
Not
Like
like
Us,
us. Mm-hmm.
which was supposed to be like that, and then we got
Yeah.
played.
Yep.
I think we all got played. It's an earworm. The
Mm-hmm.
industry did that, and
Yep.
Kendrick was smart, and
Yep.
good on him. Good
He
on him.
rolled
It's a
with it.
great song, and people love
Mm-hmm.
it, and they're dancing to it. You have everybody dancing into it.
Yep.
That's when you know it lost its meaning. That's
Yeah.
what it is. It lost what it truly was supposed to
Yeah.
be, and now it's just a song.
Yep.
So
Yep.
in, I mean, Drake could take this as a dub too. Be like,
Yeah.
bro, you dissed me, but everybody forgot what it's about. They're just dancing around to
They're
it.
just
People are
dancing
doing the
now.
fucking hokey pokey.
Mm-hmm.
You got white folks dancing to it. Like it's not what it was.
Exactly. It's
You
lost
got
his
you
razzle
got
dazzle.
Jokic dancing to it.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm. Congratulations, Kendrick. You're a wizard, Harry.
what was it?
Yeah, I'm with you there. That's a good perspective to bring in, like the element of Eminem and MGK. Like that is a good element to think about it, because at that, like, what diss record gets played and played and played and
Yeah,
played and played and played and played, like Not Like Us? Not many,
yeah.
not if any. This song is
They
played
they I
out.
mean they did play Kill Shot, but it wasn't played out. It
Yes.
wasn't played at stadiums. People didn't
Hmm.
go to NBA games and watch them and
Yep.
everybody's dancing to
Yeah.
Kill Shot. No,
Yeah.
they played it because they wanted to hear somebody get fucking dissed and
Hmm.
destroyed. And then once he was just destroyed and they realized Eminem was over it,
Yeah.
everybody was over it. They're
It
like,
was
all right,
done.
don't fuck with the white boy. Stop fucking with
Yes.
Eminem
Stop
because
fucking with him.
nobody is going to be better than Eminem when it comes off the dome fucking type shit.
Yeah.
Because if you look at Kill Shot or Eminem, what was MGK's one again? Uh,
Rap Devil.
Rap Devil. Rap
Hmm.
Devil was written by everybody but MGK,
Yeah.
where Kill Shot was written by Eminem. Like,
Yeah. It's difference.
dude,
Hmm.
there's a
Yeah.
huge difference,
Yeah.
and that's kind of similar to why I don't like Beyonce either. I
I
liked Beyonce when she was with Destiny's Child, but I really felt it when I went to go see One Republic,
okay.
and One Republic was like, "Hey, I'm gonna perform 5 songs that you don't know that I wrote," and then he started playing Beyonce's song. Which one was it? Uh, it's one of her slow that she won all kinds of awards.
Okay.
And I was just like, wait, what the fuck? I
Hmm.
thought she wrote that. And
No.
then I started looking it into deeper stuff, and I was like, man, she won women. What is it? Women World the World
Winner of the World. Hmm.
was written by like 13, 14
Yeah. There's
people,
a lot of people. If you look at
except
that
for
whole, yep, you
her.
look at that whole album, and you're just seeing tons of people on a song. I'm just like,
So
what?
ghostwriters wrote this. Well, they weren't even ghostwriters. They put their names on it. So
Hmm.
writers wrote this for her.
Hmm.
Lyricists wrote this for her,
Yep.
and she won all kinds of awards for it. Do you know who wrote Bohemian Rhapsody?
Freddie Mercury, right?
Only Freddie Mercury.
Yep.
That
Nobody else is.
that's a
That's what I
fucking
mean.
opera. That
Hmm.
is a poem.
Hmm.
That is a poem. Nothing against Women Rule the World. I have nothing against
Right.
the meaning behind that. But Beyonce isn't the one that did that, and that's why I don't. There's a
She's
lot of
just the
people.
mouthpiece.
My ex-wife was a part of her beehive. She loved it,
Uh,
and she knew. I was just like, I don't like her. I
yeah.
liked her when she was with Destiny's Child and she met Jay
Hmm.
Z, and I
Yep.
liked when they did the Blue album
Hmm.
when they had Bonnie and Clyde.
Oh
Love
yeah,
that
yeah,
song.
yeah, yeah.
That's probably the only song that I like by
Okay.
them two.
Okay.
Everything else, I care less. I'm
I
like,
hear
dude, you
you.
guys are fake.
I hear you. And that's why, like, seeing people come out of the woodwork that are writers like Neo. Neo wrote a ton of songs for
Oh yeah, he
Beyonce.
did.
He made money doing all that stuff.
Song
So it's like, because I know Neo wrote Irreplaceable. Um,
irreplaceable.
hmm.
Trying to think of her song. Oh, Halo. He wrote Halo.
Oh, he wrote Halo.
Yep.
Okay, damn.
The
That's
lead
that's a
singer
that
from
was a good
Colorado from
fucking
One
song.
Republic one wrote Halo for her,
That's
and
fucking
he didn't
amazing.
get any credit for it.
Wow.
She got awards. He didn't.
Yeah,
And
that's how it
he kind
works.
of did that concert when he was doing his concert. I think he was
Mm.
mad
I
because
would be
things were
too.
happening.
I
And he
would be
played
too.
like 5 different songs by different people. I think one was from Adele. And he's like, I don't get credit for this, so I'm gonna start playing these so you guys know who
Wow.
actually wrote this.
See,
And I
it's
was like,
crazy
oh
because
shit.
Pharrell's even said that, but Pharrell's a very, very humble guy when it comes to stuff like that. But
Yeah.
like, I wish Pharrell would like kind of be a little bit vocal, because he wrote so many songs, and someone asked him, "How many Grammys do you have?" He's like, "Oh, I don't even know." He's like, "Well, how many have you been nominated for?" He's like, "Oh, so many to count." He's like, "Okay, well, how many Grammys do you have at home in your possession?" And he said X amount. He's like, "But the person who performs the song gets to go home with a Grammy.
Yep.
So I could have over 100 Grammys, but I'm not the front runner
Yep.
for it. I was just the writer or the producer, and that doesn't come to me. But it's their biggest record.
Pharrell's
Like,
really cool because
he
he hides
does.
what do you call it? he hides something that you know it's his, and I forgot
Yeah.
if it's the beat or the tone.
Yep.
It's three
It's
three.
four.
He does four. He does
Four.
something four times,
It's the four
which I think
count.
is really cool. So if you ever think that it's a Pharrell song, at the beginning of it,
Yep.
force
Four song.
something that.
Yep.
Yeah,
Like
it might
front.
be crazy
Dun, dun,
what you
dun,
did.
dun, dun,
Yeah,
dun, Yep.
yep, yep.
Yep.
He always hits the song with four, even if it's not his song. He does that, which is
Yep.
really cool. So at least he's putting his own mark on that. And they're
Yes,
like,
he
"You didn't do
is.
anything." And it's like, "Yeah, I did,
That's
bitch."
Pharrell's song, you bitch. So, Notch, you gonna watch the Super Bowl? We'll wrap it up. You gonna watch the Super Bowl?
I am.
Okay.
I'm
Who
not
you
happy
going
about
for?
it.
Who you going for? Or are
I'm
you just wanting a good game?
Ronnie. Your Eagles better win.
They
Because if
better
they
win,
don't,
Ronnie.
I will not draft anybody on next year's fantasy league from the fucking Eagles. Not
Fuck
like
you
they do
guys.
anything good for me anyway. They fucking suck every time I draft them. Do I think the Eagles are going to win? No. I think that Kansas is destined to win, and the NFL is going to
Yeah.
make them win. It's similar to, and then we could go into sports with this too, because we do have to talk about the big news that happened in
Okay.
sports. But when the NFL or NBA, for example, they said that their ratings are going down.
Yep.
What happened?
The big blockbuster trade.
Right?
A big
Luka
block.
goes to LA for 80. Let's put a 26-year-old that's won, who's an MVP, and blame it on his weight. That motherfucker does not look overweight. He looks perfectly
Yeah.
healthy. He actually looks like he's slimmed down. So you blamed it on something, and you switched him for a 31-year-old going out the door.
Mm-hmm. I even seen someone on Instagram. They're like, "This is fucking crazy because I did the same exact trade in NBA
It didn't go
2K25
through.
and it didn't go through
Yeah, it won't go through. They
in a
won't allow it.
video game,
Yeah,
but in
it
real
won't
life,
go
y'all,
through. They
yeah,
laugh at it. So Adam Silver says ratings are going down. We need to do something
yeah,
crazy, and which is weird because
hmm
the whole NBA and all of a sudden everybody's okay with it. I would be throwing a fit because nobody knew Luka was up for grabs.
no
You don't
one,
think anybody would have given
no
up all
one,
stars, but you
hmm
gave Anthony Davis up
yep,
for that? That's it?
hmm
That's it.
it's
To go to
crazy.
LA.
Well, they gave Max no, Max
Crosby.
something. It's Max. Yeah, they gave him in a first
Okay.
round pick in
It don't
2029,
matter.
but
It,
still,
that
they
motherfucker didn't matter,
they gave
and the
him
first
in a
round pick
bag of
doesn't matter.
chips.
Do you understand if anybody knew, if I knew Luca was up for grabs, if the Nuggets knew, I'm pretty sure they would have got rid of Jamal Murray and Michael Porter
They
Jr.
would have done something.
in in all them and first
They,
round draft.
they would have did something.
I would have given around to right now because especially because Jokic is in his prime.
Mm-hmm.
Like if they could have got Luca, that would have been good for the next 4 years.
God.
Somebody posted they quoted this. They said, I heard it through the grapevine, and in 2023 they said this. It's on their Twitter, and they just brought
Mm-hmm.
it back. They said, heard it through the grapevine that, quote me, LeBron will win his last championship with Luca winning his first championship, and he will retire by giving the crown over to Luca.
Hmm.
And he posted that in 2023
And you know what's funny?
because he heard it through the
As that
grapevine.
as that happened, there are three teams that have odds to win. It's Cleveland Cavaliers, Boston, LA Lakers.
That's crazy because OKC should be up there.
Right. Right. But those are the three.
Yeah. I see
Those are the three.
Cleveland coming out of the East.
Oh,
I
Cleveland
feel
is.
bad for everybody in the East, dude. Everybody is leaving the East.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody's trying to get out of the East.
Milwaukee is
Yeah,
dismantled now. They have no Chris Middleton.
Giannis won't be a part of the Milwaukee. He won't be there. He'll be out.
He's going to
Um,
leave.
I didn't like what Giannis said though. Giannis
What'd he
said,
say?
"I'm glad that Luka is the face of LA now because Europeans need to be in all big cities. Now needs to go to the New York Knicks." And it's like,
No.
fuck you, bitch, dude. Fuck all these big market shit.
The
Like,
big market's stupid.
yeah,
I
I
hate big
fucking hate that, dude.
markets. I hate big
Your
markets.
big market quote that he just said
Mm-hmm.
doesn't make sense if he stays in Milwaukee
It
because
is,
Denver
yeah,
is bigger than Milwaukee,
that
and
part.
same thing with Denver against
That
San
part.
Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
Denver's a bigger market. Well, I would say about the same as San Antonio. But
Eh,
why can't Jokic stay in Denver?
right.
And that's what pisses me off. I really think the NBA said we don't like this white boy. I think all the NBA players are like this.
Mm.
Denver didn't even try to get anybody.
Oh no, they
Now,
didn't.
was that Calvin Booth, the owner, or was that the NBA going, "Hey, we'll go everywhere, anywhere but Denver because
Mm.
we don't want him to win another championship." I really think it's that way.
It's
I really
frustrating.
think that not only does Adam Silver not like it, and the NBA and the owners, I really think if Jokic went anywhere else, they'd be okay with it. But
Mm.
as of right now, they don't want him to win in Denver because it doesn't help him. So they're
Mm.
not helping him out because they don't like him being the face as a Jokic one with nobodies.
Yeah.
So Luca could go with LeBron, and they could
Yeah.
pick up all these other
Oh,
people.
and they're going to be ready for the next 10 years.
Who went to San Antonio?
Um,
Uh, De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox
and
is now in San Antonio with
and
Chris Paul.
Ben Simmons.
Yeah, so you've got four big names in San Antonio. You've
Mm-hmm.
got crazy names in LA. You got
Mm-hmm.
crazy names in Dallas. Crazy names in both LA cities. Um, the Clippers, the Kings kind of dropped. Miami
Yeah,
kind of dropped. All of the East Coast
but
dropped.
there's talks of them getting either Kevin Durant. No, there was something that happened with Miami that I just
It
caught
just
wind
won't. It
of.
won't happen until
Yeah,
next year, though.
yeah, yeah.
So just talking about like this year, it's all made for all these other markets to win, and I feel
All
like
these big
everybody's against
markets.
Jokic. Everybody's against Jokic. How is Jokic the year Jokic lost? He lost because of his numbers, but they went off a record. Or no, no,
Okay.
no. He was number one in the West. Sorry, that was the year he lost against Embiid.
Um,
He was number one in
no.
the
Oh
West.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he
Okay.
lost against
Yes,
Embiid. He was
yes.
number one in the West, and his numbers were top five in all categories, and they won the championship. He lost to Embiid because Embiid had slightly better numbers. This year, Jokic isn't number one in the West, but his numbers are top tier against everybody. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is number one because of his being number one in the West. Why is it flip-flopped?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Voter fatigue because you guys are bitches. You guys can't vote for
That's
somebody
what it
that's
sounds.
better.
That's
On
what it
top
sounds
of it,
like.
Shea
Mm-hmm.
Gilgeous-Alexander, 50% of his numbers come from the free throw line. He's a free throw merchant.
Hmm.
That's what he is. He looks for
What
the
are you
free throw.
selling? What are you buying?
Yeah,
Yep. The NBA is.
but
I'm so sick of the NBA, bro. Like I
it's. I
used to
love
love
watching
it,
the
but
Nuggets and only the Nuggets.
yeah, I love
And we
watching
talked about
Cleveland.
this.
Cleveland is a dope ass team because they have a deep ass bench. They have
They
the
have a deep
best
ass team.
bench in the league.
They
Yeah,
do.
they do.
Cleveland is very very strong. If they lose, it's gonna
Mm-hmm.
be to. It's gonna they're gonna lose because of who they want to win, right? And I
Boston.
really think LA is set up to win. I think they really want LA to win.
Yeah, yeah,
Which is total bullshit. You
yeah.
can't force somebody to win when it should be straight talent. All of a
Mm-hmm.
sudden, LeBron has got he's shooting threes like crazy and stuff like
Yep.
that. That's what I don't like about the NBA is the NBA
Mm-hmm.
is only let's look for the three.
Yep.
Let's look for the three line. There's no
Mm-hmm.
more mid shots. I was
Mm-hmm.
watching the old Nuggets back in 2011 with Ty Lawson,
Oh
uh,
shit.
Danilo Gallinari, and all them.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody shot the three except for J.R. Smith and Ty Lawson. Everybody else was mid shots.
Yep. Andre Miller,
All of them were mid shots. They were looking for
Kenyon
the dunk.
Martin,
Iguodala, Andre
Iguodala.
Iguodala, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All of them were looking for dunks or
Yep.
mid shots.
Yep.
Carmelo Anthony's team, dunks or mid shots. Nobody was shooting the
Mm-hmm.
threes.
Except by
Nowadays,
AI.
it's
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yep.
AI was his fadeaway mid shot.
Yeah,
He
that's
wasn't
true.
looking for the three.
That's
You
true.
had the more people that took threes were like J.R. Smith.
Yeah. But I blame,
Curry literally fucked up the
yes,
NBA.
that's what I was getting ready to say. He did. And even down to the point of high school
Kid.
too.
Yep.
And I was talking the other day about high school
hmm
because they're like, yeah, South was up by 18 at the half. They shot 33 pointers and only made three. I was like, what?
Yeah,
My fucking ass
yeah,
would have been on the bench if I kept shooting
yep.
threes. But they let it go.
No, the game now is we're gonna drive. I don't know how many times, and it absolutely pisses me off because Denver has no 3-point shooters. Michael Porter Jr. finally got his stroke.
Eh,
He's on fire.
but okay,
He's been on
good.
fire the past three
Okay,
games.
good.
I think he's 17 for 33 in the past three games,
Okay,
which is
okay,
hot for Michael Porter
okay.
Jr.
Yeah,
because he's everybody's just been sucking.
yeah.
Denver for a while was doing this. Let's drive to the basket, not give it to Jokic, and then kick it out and see who could hit a three. And it's because everybody
Uh,
else around them was doing the exact same thing. And until Denver switched it, now they're on a 5 game winning streak
mm-hmm.
because they gave it to Jokic, which then he decided, I'm near the basket. This is an easy shot. Christian Brown is starting to drive. Michael Porter Jr. and Christian Brown are realizing our shots aren't going down, so we're going to drive.
You have
Easier
to.
shot, right? Bigger, higher percentage, easier to
Mm-hmm.
make.
Yep.
And then you've got the ones on the back where Jokic is like, all right, Strawther, you're open. I know you could hit
Mm-hmm.
three. If you
Yeah.
don't make it, keep on shooting until you get your rhythm
Exactly.
down.
Exactly.
Jamal Murray is starting to get his shot back and everything, but he's kind of
Okay.
injured. And then
Okay.
Aaron Gordon got a 3-point shot out of nowhere, but then that
Okay.
shows you, like, to be in the NBA, if you get older, you got to learn how to shoot a
You
three.
have to.
And
You
it's
have to.
disgusting.
But you can't bang in the paint anymore.
Nope.
Like that's where you're on the bench more. You're injury
Because
prone.
it's not even that. It's the stupid whistle. The
That too. That too.
officials, as much as I hate to say, we need to replace, if we have all this artificial intelligence, we need
Mm.
to somehow bring it into sports, whether it
Mm.
be the NFL with
Okay.
putting sensors in the football and then putting sensors on the line so we know
Okay.
when Josh Allen didn't get the first down, even though we all clearly saw he got the
Sell
first
what
down, and
happened.
then Kansas won. Like, all you have to do is just put a sensor in the fucking ground, the sensor on all the borders, and put a sensor on the fucking line. And if you want to get technical, put a sensor on the tip of the toe, on the heel of the toe, and then their gloves. It's easy.
Mm-hmm.
Put a sensor. It's
They make
not that
money.
hard.
They make enough money. They could do it.
If you want it to be real and stop with all this cheating, put sensors. And same thing with basketball. Put
Mm.
sensors because the officials don't go by what they see, they go by what they hear. And
Mm.
these young kids know. When I drive, if I throw my hands up and frail and scream, I'm
Exactly.
going to get the call.
Yep.
And that's where SGA does. SGA has become a free throw merchant, and 50%
Mm-hmm.
of his shots
Yep.
are the reason why
See,
he's going to be.
and they need to, and it's not even that, like they need to, like, remember when Manu Ginobili was flopping all the fucking time?
Yeah.
Why can't you treat that for offense, not
When
just
did
defense?
Do you know how many times I've seen this being called?
Yep,
Do you know?
all the
I haven't seen.
time.
No, I haven't seen it this
Oh, you
year
haven't seen it?
at
Okay,
all.
huh?
At all. The last game, Jokic got hit so hard in his hand twice.
Okay,
He got hit down, slapped down, and then he threw the ball up and he got hit in the hand.
okay.
Maybe not call this. I don't understand when the ball leaves the hand how you could call a foul, but they do on 3-point lines. If the
Yeah.
ball's not in the hand, they shouldn't call it. But to slap down, he made it, and then he went to the official because they called the timeout. It was official timeout. He went to him and he showed him. He's like, I got here, and here. Why didn't you call it? And they
Huh?
looked at him. They're like, we didn't see it. Well, Jokic doesn't scream, so you're not going to call it? The
Yeah.
motherfucker's got scratches and
Yeah.
scars all over his
Well,
body.
that was 2 years ago too. When you seen his fucking back, I was like,
Dude, it's
bro, he's
every
getting beat up.
every year that
He's
dude
getting
has
beat
cuts
up.
all over. Because
Hmm.
he's a big man, he should be able to handle it. But
But that's
SGA, because
bullshit.
he's small and he screams like a bitch, he gets the calls.
Mm-mm. That's bullshit because they didn't do that to Shaq. Shaq is
Yeah,
way bigger than fucking
yeah.
Jokic.
Well, the NBA was different back then. I don't care what anybody
Yeah,
says.
the
The
NBA is
rules were
different.
different, which allowed people to bang back in the
Hmm.
day.
Yeah.
So you saying that, not you, but people saying LeBron would dominate back then, I don't agree with that at all.
I think he'd
And
get
then
his
them
ass
saying
beat.
Michael Jordan was weak and the game was different,
No,
no, the game
Mike
wasn't
was not
different.
weak. Mike, that's one
No.
thing you can't say about Mike. Mike was not weak.
The
Like,
difference
no,
is when they got hit
no.
all the way up to the AIs and the Kobe's, and Kobe started to
Hmm.
realize it. He's like, all right, it's starting to change. But the Carmelo Anthony's watching all them, dude. Do you know my favorite Nuggets? I love the Nuggets. I love the championship Nuggets. I've always
Okay.
loved the Ty Lawson
Okay.
Nuggets. But my favorite Nuggets are when we had Birdman and
The
Nene
Thuggets. When
and
we had the
Kenyon
Thuggets.
Martin and all them.
they
Aaron
they were
Aflalo, all them.
hardcore, bro. They were
They
hardcore. But every
that's when
time we went
basketball was
against it
basketball.
was, but every time we went against Minnesota, we'd lose.
Oh yeah, which is
Every
fine.
time.
It's
Yeah,
it's
I
fine.
get it. I
At the
get it.
same time, it was a different ball, right?
Yeah, it was. It
That was
totally
street ball.
was.
I
It
believe that was
was.
street ball.
That's when
You
they
had
had the fucking
the
the New
shorts down
Jersey
below the knee.
Nets. Like, yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
that was good
Yep.
basketball.
It was good basketball. It really was.
Nowadays, it's just shoot the three, shoot the three. Oh, you
Yeah, it's
drove, foul, foul,
shoot the
whistle,
three and,
whistle.
and start them.
Yeah,
That's all it is.
that's crazy.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
what we were just talking about, the change, what the NBA wants, the
Mm-hmm.
NFL wants Kansas to win.
Yep.
They do.
There, Kansas has the best 12th man on their side, aka the Zebras. They have the
They
best 12
do.
man on their side.
Did you see that reporter that asked Travis Kelsey and Patrick Mahomes the questions?
Well,
Did you, you didn't see it?
no,
So Patrick Mahomes' question was, Patrick, in all the years you've had great support, out of
Mm-hmm.
all the people that supported you, who's your best supporter in the out of the officials?
Mm.
And Patrick was like, Deadface was like, well, all officials are good, all of them do their job. I don't have any specific. He's like, but which one do you give a Christmas card to? Greatest fucking thing. Same dude went to Travis Kelsey and goes, Travis, who do you love more? In a proposal to Taylor Swift or a 15-yard penalty for a mysterious hit on your quarterback? And Travis goes, "That's a good question. Next." I loved it. I was like, "Bro, they're starting to call
It's
him out.
calling him
Like
out.
this is
Calling him
this
out.
is crazy." When
Because we're not oblivious to this shit. Like, they should have lost more times this year than
yeah,
what they did because of
they
bullshit. They should have.
even take out the bullshit, they were one of the luckiest teams too.
Oh, absolutely.
The
Yeah.
luckiest fucking teams.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Not only did the
Yep.
calls go for them
Go for them.
and
They,
against their
they won.
opponents, some
hmm
of their games. I mean, look at the Broncos that first game
Oh, they
where they
should have
blocked the field
lost.
goal.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a
Yep.
definite should have
They
lost.
should have lost. They should have
All the
lost.
rest of the year, our kicker or what's his name, couldn't miss at all.
hmm And then
But then all of a sudden,
miraculous
Kansas
here.
like
Yeah.
could block field goals. The only
hmm
team that could
Yeah.
block field goals, which is weird. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I just, I want to watch, I'm going to watch the game, but I don't know. I just have this feeling it's just, yeah.
Poster boy gets a three-peat. Travis
Yeah.
gets to retire if he's going to retire.
Mm,
They're not America's team. They're the NFL's team.
yeah.
It's the same thing
Oh,
with the NBA.
that's a bar.
LA is not America's team. It's the
NBA's
NBA's
team.
team.
That's a
Yep.
bar. That's a bar. Oh, that's
Yeah.
a fucking bar. Yep. Yeah.
That's just fact.
Yeah. It is. Yeah.
So
It
we
is
get to
fact.
sit there, and it'll probably be a close game because if you think about it,
Yeah.
compare
Yeah.
apples to apples. Kansas has a decent run game. Philly has a fucking dominant run game.
Mm-hmm.
Saquon is disgusting.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Quarterback to quarterback, both injury prone, both like to move. They're
Yeah.
about equal, right? They're equal.
I think Jalen Hurts is faster. A little bit
Yeah,
faster.
I'd say
Yeah.
he's
No.
faster. When we come to the wide receiver game, they both
Yeah.
have great wide
They.
receivers,
Yes, they do.
right?
Yes, they
And all
do.
of a sudden, Kansas's wide receivers are all healthy. I think they played that like we're injured type shit.
Yeah. Yep.
Philly
They
has great
usually
wide
do.
receivers, which they haven't been utilizing in what is his name? Number 20, the dude that I fucking draft and doesn't do shit for me. Whatever the quarterback
Uh,
is, or wide receiver is, both of them. They haven't been Smith, Devontae Smith,
oh, Devon. Yeah. Okay.
Devontae Smith, and the other guy, the bigger dude that should have it. He needs to get the ball. What is his name?
Okay.
Owen.
Let me
It's not
see.
Owens.
Eagles
What the fuck is his name?
wide receivers. AJ Brown.
AJ Brown. AJ Brown and Devontae Smith need
and
to
Devontae
need to
Smith.
get
Yep,
the ball.
you're right.
Tight ends equal because Travis Kelce hasn't been doing shit this year. Defense are about. I actually say Philly has a better defense
Okay,
than Kansas.
okay,
Kansas has been very, very lucky with what they get away with and stuff like that for defensive side. And then coaching, I think coaching's about equal. So this is a
okay.
very equal game. It's going to be a very, very close game. If any
Yeah,
team is to run away with it, it'll be Philly.
okay.
If anybody is to run
If
away with it,
yes,
I don't think it'll happen. I think it'll be close, and I think Kansas wins by a field goal.
fuck.
Sorry, not a field goal. It'll go down to no. In regular time, I'm calling this. If anybody wins, it's regular time. It's by Kansas by a field goal. If it goes in overtime, it's Kansas because they get the flip. And well, no. This year they changed it. I forgot they changed it. So
Huh.
both teams get the ball. So even if Kansas
Oh,
gets the ball first, they get to try. So even if
oh.
Kansas scores a touchdown, the other team gets to. I'm pretty sure they changed it this year.
Okay,
But if they
okay.
didn't, Kansas wins in overtime. I don't know what it is. Kansas just wins. They win the flip, and then everybody gets mad. They're
Yeah,
just like, "Fuck, here you
yeah.
go."
Fuck it. Yeah, yeah. Just
Yeah,
take it. Hmm.
it's yours, dude. Like
Yeah.
the defense just gets scared, and Kansas, who didn't dominate, they just played it smart this year. They did
They
it
got
lucky.
lucky.
They got the
They got
calls.
lucky, man.
They got away with a
Yeah.
lot of shit, and they pretended to be injured and all this bullshit.
Hmm.
Like,
Yep. Yep.
yeah,
That's why they did that against the last game playing against the Broncos. They're like, he has a hamstring. This,
well,
that.
that
I'm
was
like, whatever.
that
We
was
already
smart.
know. It was very smart. They had to do
Kansas
that
was
because they didn't want
they
to
already won
see.
the number one seed, so why
Hmm.
play any of your starters on top of it?
Yeah.
If they played hard and Denver lost, they would have saw Joe Burrow in the playoffs.
Exactly.
So
Yes, they would have.
why would you want to play
Hmm.
Joe Hot Burrow who's on
Yep.
fire and
Hmm.
the team was on fire than
Yeah.
play the Broncos who are
Yep.
running with a rookie quarterback?
Hmm.
I think it was smart. I knew
Yep.
the
It's
Broncos were
very,
going to win
yeah.
that game no matter what. I
Yeah.
thought it was
Oh,
stupid if Kansas
absolutely.
came out and played. I was
Absolutely.
like, you're dumb if you want to
Yeah.
play Joe Burrow.
Yep.
You already have big
Hmm.
with Josh Allen, and then you have to play Lamar Jackson and
Hmm.
all them. Like, why would you want to put Joe Burrow in that mix too?
Hmm. Yep. Yep. It was smart. They didn't want to
Super
see.
smart.
They didn't want to see Joe. They didn't want to see him.
I'm glad that Josh Allen won MVP of the year. He
That's dope.
deserved
He
it.
played his ass off. He,
Lamar did great. Lamar played
yeah,
amazing, but Josh Allen definitely deserved
yeah.
that.
They both played their asses off.
And I feel
Hmm.
bad for the Bills, dude. I feel bad. They got robbed. Kansas gets away with a lot of stuff, dude.
All kinds of shit every season.
Travis
Every
Kelce openly
season.
says, "I can get away with it because they ain't gonna call shit on me." So I'm like, bro,
See,
he's fucking
when
saying
people are
this.
saying it, they're fucking saying it. Hmm.
He became a Trump. They ain't gonna do shit. I'm just gonna do it. Nobody's gonna do anything. I'm gonna
Watch me
say it.
do it. They won't do nothing. Hmm.
Yep.
Well, we got
Well,
anything else on the docket, Notch?
no, just Super Bowl Sunday this Sunday. We'll
Hmm.
see what happens next week. We'll probably be up next week. We'll talk about all the commercials. That fucking commercial was funny. That was hilarious.
You got to see. You got to look for the college entry that won this year. I
Okay.
believe it's a Doritos commercial. I think they
College
won
Dream.
50,000. Yeah, college Doritos commercial that won for the Super Bowl. Super
I
Bowl
didn't know there
entry.
was a. Oh, is it the college entry,
Because they did it
or can
last year
anybody
too.
enter for?
No, it was a college entry. It's like a
Um,
college film or college marketing something. Yeah, yeah, it's a Doritos commercial.
I have a commercial that I want to do for Budweiser. I need to pitch it
Okay,
to them,
okay.
but I can't say
Should
it over here so nobody
no,
steals it.
no, 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 no. Nope. Yep. Preserve the beans. Preserve the beans. All right. Yeah, I don't have anything else on the docket. Just guys, like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you share this podcast here, whether it's on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, whatever it is. Guys, head over to the Cool Attire shop, purchase all your cool attire needs. Watch the Super Bowl. Um, don't get your hopes up. Oh, The Super Bowl. Fun fact: we have two CSU Pueblo alumni that play for KC. They've been on the team since their first Super Bowl. So they're two-time Super Bowl champions. His name is Harrell and Harris, I believe. They went to CSU Pueblo, and they've
Really?
been on. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Yep. Yep. So we got two Pueblo cats that play for KC.
That's pretty
I was
dope.
like, I was like, that's dope for Pueblo, but fuck KC.
Yeah. We all know they're gonna win. It's
Yeah.
just, it's kind of it takes, no matter what, we're gonna watch it, right?
Yeah, we're
It's kind
gonna
of
watch
similar to
it.
the How I Met Your Mother
We're
episode of the
gonna
Super
watch
Bowl
it.
where they're like,
We
"Oh, the
got
team's over,
wings.
but we got wings, we got the commercials, we want to see who
Beer's
wins and
good.
stuff like that." But yeah, we all
I want to
know that
watch that. I'm gonna watch that episode tonight now.
it's just, to me, it doesn't make sense why you would want to, if you know the whole, not even the United States, but the whole world doesn't want
Mm.
this one team to win, why you would
Right.
want them to win.
Why would you want it to win? Why? What narrative are you trying to push?
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah. All right. Well, life is cool, Notch.
Life is very random, T.
It's so fucking random. Until
Until
next
next
time,
time.
listeners and viewers,
Make
peace.
sure you
We love
share.
y'all.
Share it, share it, share it, share
Share,
it.
please,
And
please.
go listen to that song. My name is Al. Or you could call me Al. And then
Yes.
watch the Supernatural one.
All right. Peace, y'all.